What's going on, everybody? Richie T here on the For the Thrill podcast. We're going to get into it today. I'm chilling with my main man.
Let's go. You already know I go by MC Thrillz, and this is For the Thrill podcast. Let's get into it.
Let's get started.
Money well spent, I move just fine, trust me. So much work for y'all. Elect me to be the dope man serving y'all. You can spend your last $5, it's worth it, y'all. Cause so much work for y'all. I know this economic depression hurting y'all, but I got so much work for y'all. Once the clientele popping, I'm setting up shop and knocking my competition smooth out of the box till the word can't be removed out of the block, and y'all cut like to be removed out of the drop.
What's good in the hood? This is For the Thrill podcast. I am MC Thrillz, and I'm chilling here with Richie T, and he brought me a little something, man. We about to get into some drinks. What's up, Richie T? What we about to do?
So it's going to be dope. I did bring you some stuff. It's kind of a non-traditional tasting that I put together, but we're going to get into some stuff that I enjoy drinking, and yeah, let's get it going.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it.
First one's going to be Maison number 9. This is actually a Post Malone's Rosé, actually from Provence, France. But,
okay.
Yeah, it's the jam.
That's the jam, huh? Now, what's the year on that? How that work?
Well, rosés, you always want them to not be like super old because you want them to be fresh. So rosés are meant to be fresh. We're drinking it when it's like hot outside. You know, we're in San Antonio right now, so you know it could be a little crispy outside.
Gotcha.
But rosés, obviously, you want them to be a little bit more chilled.
Oh,
check out the
swirl
bodies.
A little bit?
Yeah. So, well, first off, let's drink up. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. Cheers to that. I appreciate you coming through, man. Stopping by.
So,
even changed the whole setup, man. You told me you was classy, so
I can't be.
We changed the setup a little bit, man.
I can't be.
I thought you was gonna come over here in a suit, so.
Hey, I do wear a lot of suits, but I mean, like I said, it's hot outside.
Nah, hell yeah.
So,
cheers.
If you ever drank, you ever done like a tasting before?
No. How we doing it?
So first thing I would go with, always hold the stem.
Hold this. All right.
So your hand is gonna warm this bad boy up. So you don't want that, right? That's why they made the stems for them anyway. So the other thing too is, so with wine, you want to smell through the nose as always, and you can smell that it's kind of crisp, right? Real crisp, fresh smelling. Smell through the nose with your mouth closed.
With the mouth closed.
Yeah, this one mouth closed. Once we get into the spirits, you'll see it a little different. Yeah, real crisp, real easy. Not a lot going on. Compare this with something. I know that Posty was making this to kind of be a little bit more of a party rosé.
Who's making that?
Post Malone.
Post Malone. Oh shit.
Yeah, there's a couple other like winemakers that are involved that did a lot of the picking. I think it's Alexis is one of them, and some other people that I kind of was researching about a while back, just because this is one of the ones that I show people. You know, I like to dip into it, but pretty good. Yeah, it's real mild and chill.
I like it.
Yeah, I always want the proper glassware. Usually, I mean, rosés aren't necessarily in bigger ones like this, but that's kind of what I had today, just because I know we're kind of on the move.
So,
you know.
How long you been doing this?
I've been in the industry for about 16 years doing alcohol, talking to people, educating people about alcohol, everything from wine to Scotch whiskey. So, I mean, we can talk about craft beer, everything.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, you're very educated when it comes to all types of drinks.
I'm just passionate about it. I love it, man. I think it's the coolest thing in the world. Like, you know, it's not even just about, like, getting, like, fucked up or anything. It's really more, like, enjoying what you're drinking. And a lot of people go into creating this stuff, and it's art.
So what made you get into this type of field?
So, you know, that's funny. So when I was really young, I started drinking here like everybody else, right? We started sipping up. And what happened was...
You said when you was young, like you're not young, my guy.
I'm going to be 32 this year. My liver's like...
when back in the day when I was young.
My liver's like 85 though. Man. My liver's like 85. So, you know, started getting into just... I mean, we drank a lot, right? You know, that was like, I guess I'm half Hispanic, Italian, but I got some like Scottish, Irish, German, right? All the drinkers. So my family likes to sip, you know, we like to sip different things. So... And then I started getting really nerdy about it, and I started going to a lot of mixology bars. I started like spending a lot of time at, you know, then I started going to wineries or wine bars, and you know, I really just got, you know, immersed into alcohol and learning about how things are made, how it's processed, you know, all the people that are into it, development of cocktails, I mean, everything.
So what age did this start?
I guess
like the drinking, you getting into
the
field.
Younger than regular people, let's just say.
8 years old.
16 years in the business. Obviously, I'm only 32, so you do the math, right? People can look how much when I started drinking. Yeah. So, what was it? What'd you ask me?
No, you said I asked you for age, but then you made them do the math. But it's okay.
Do the math.
It's alright. Let them do the math. They got this just for the thrill of it. You already know. So what would be your favorite go-to drink?
So really hard depending on where you're at. I get that question a lot though, so it's a good question. You know, I drink a lot of scotch, but you know, I do a lot of old fashions just because a lot of places have old fashions now. You should go with rye whiskey. You can go with bourbon. The original old fashioned though was made with cognac, so totally different. But I usually go rye whiskey.
Rye whiskey. That's your go-to.
Yeah, I mean most places will have a rye. So I mean.
So, but why that? Why is that your go-to? Is the taste, the flavor?
I mean, I love
because it's old fashioned. Why?
No, I mean I love the way rye tastes, but you know I actually think that it depends on what mood you're in and what I'm drinking. So if I'm having a good day, I'll drink some bourbon. If it's been a rough, harder day, I want some rye. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
A little bit more scratchy. Ryes are gonna have a little bit more like body to them and be a little bit. They're not gonna be as soft, right? Bourbons, once we get there, when we taste one of the bourbons I brought, so it's gonna be dope. You'll understand what I'm talking about. This is creamier. It's a lot sweeter with a lot of more caramels, vanillas, a lot of notes like that. But we'll go into that later.
We'll get it. We got Richie T brought a box of liquor, y'all. So
hey,
we gonna get into some shit today.
Hey, this is the way to go, people.
And I appreciate him bringing that through, man, because I like to drink, but he gonna show me a different side of the drinking life. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Good lifestyle, man. I mean. Especially doing it safely, I always tell everybody this is, you know, Uber everywhere or something. If you're going to be doing a big tasting like this, don't be drinking and driving or nothing. That's
drink responsibly.
Yeah,
responsibly. I just this only.
That's why he's not driving. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't drinking before this, man. I was drinking last night.
Yeah. I told him don't drink at all because once I get here, we're gonna be drinking up just like on my show.
In fact, last night I was drinking. I was at a show. Novocaine invited me out too. I don't know if you heard. Novocaine's one of the promoters out here. So they had Little Ronnie. I think it's Little Ronnie Motherfucker. I think that's how his full name is. But he does the song "Throw That Ass in a Circle." So I went out there. I actually got this shirt from Antonio Sand. Shout out Antonio Sand. He was out there selling shirts and doing his thing on his hustle. Shout out all the artists that was there last night. When y'all see this, it wasn't yesterday. It would be maybe a couple weeks from now. We'll see whenever this airs. But it was a good night. Just want to shout out the artists from last night. Shout out to the promoters. They did their thing. Definitely. And but I know we got right into the drinks. Let's introduce the audience to who you are. Tell them a little bit about yourself, and just to get that going.
For sure. Yeah. So I'm Richie T, as everybody has already heard. But I have a podcast. I have a YouTube channel. I have an Instagram where I do a lot of vlog stuff. It's all called Drink Up with Richie T. So when you go there, I get into everything from food pairings with wine to Scotch whiskey reviews to bourbon whiskey reviews, tequilas. I go to a lot of cool places. I eat a lot of good meals, and we drink up. So eat up, drink up, but we keep that balance. So that's something that I've always been telling people. You got to keep a balance. You got to keep moderation because, you know, this lifestyle could get you.
Yeah. What was that quote you said again? Drink up, eat up.
And keep that balance.
That's cool.
You're always drinking up, you're always eating up, but keep that balance. So, you know, if I'm gonna drink and eat, you gotta work out, you gotta earn it, because I mean, you're about to come over here, make sure you're drinking water.
Oh yeah.
Make sure you're
we got the waters on deck too.
Yeah,
we got a couple down here.
So when you gotta have that, but yeah, I mean, it gets away from you sometimes though, and it's okay to have a good time. I mean, I've partied up, so it's alright.
That's I'm pretty sure we all did. I partied up last night, man. And then coming here to drink some more, which is.
If you follow my stuff, you'll see how much I drink, and people are like, dude, this is crazy. Yeah, you gotta take time off, you know.
So is it like on the daily?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because I'll be at different meetings with, let's just say, we'll just throw out some names. Like I had a meeting with Mondavi Winery the other day. That's pretty dope.
That's lit.
Going to all these different places, you know. Then I have different bars that I go to all the time, talk to them. I'm constantly going to different restaurants, and we're talking about different types of cocktail development. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff. You know, and then I'm about to start singing live again, so that's
you know what? Let's get set. So let me tell you guys how I met Mr. Richie T Music, man. So I was doing a song with Rico. We went to Bad Vibe Studio. Shout out Dragon, man. He's a lit producer.
He's the one, man.
Yeah, check him out, Bad Vibe Studio. So Rico wanted me to do a song. We got one going crazy, and then the other one called Baddie Girl. But the song that Richie T is on is called Going Crazy. So that's how I met Richie T. He pulled up to the studio a little bit late, but
already drinking
it's
up.
All right. He was drinking up. Yeah, lit. He brought some. What you bring? What was those beers?
Shut up, a lot of stuff. We had first thing we had was we had Sol beer, just cerveza from Mexico, right? A little Spanish coming out, right?
Right. Go ahead, speaking, man.
You know, we were sipping that up, and then I busted out the Hendrix gin later.
Oh yeah. And that's the first time y'all had some Hendrix gin. You remember? I told you that. I was like, that's the first time I had it. He's like, what? Looking at me like, where you been? Under a rock?
Hey,
like, bro.
I mean, Hendrix is known. I mean, I'm sure a lot of your viewers got
Yeah. It's the first time I ever had it, so I was like, oh man.
Nah, it's dope. I got to introduce you to something.
Definitely. And he's introducing me to more stuff. Hey man, anytime I meet a fellow drinker, got me a plug now, y'all.
Yeah, they, not to switch it up, but go back to this. They like to call this they like Mediterranean lifestyle. That's what this is supposed to promote. The Mediterranean lifestyle.
Mediterranean lifestyle.
Yeah,
so,
and it's
how, just because of what, like
it's the
background story. And
and it's the freshness of the way that it is, and like what rosé really is. I mean, rosé made a comeback actually kind of recently, and it's starting to come back even more. So people in the wine.
So that's a rosé, the brand.
Yeah, from Provence, France.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the cool thing about like rosé is I like to drink rosé when it's hot outside. I do. You know, you go sit somewhere. You know, I go sit there with my
But this is the type of drink you were saying to drink in these type of
this kind of climate. Yeah, and also I mean rosé is always something dope. You can make some great cocktails out of this as well. I mean, you can go on their website and actually check that out. I know he named it a Maison No. 9 off of his favorite. I think the torrent cards, or what are the ones that tell the future and all that?
Tarot cards?
Tarot cards.
Torrent cards. It sounds familiar too. I don't know what that is.
It's something that have to do with like, you know, he just got into, you know, it just means like, you know, have no regrets, don't worry, because that card means something like all the things that weigh on you.
Oh, that's what's on the front of there.
That's the name, Mason No. 9. So obviously his tattoo.
Oh, okay.
That's obviously his tattoo on his face right here, the sword.
That's crazy.
But the 9 Swords card is the one that he named it Maison No. 9 off that. So kind of dope. Yeah, it's kind of one we wanted to start off with. I mean, usually we could have done like all different wines, and I could have just done all wine. But I really wanted to get into some of the other spirits, just so you could see kind of the versatility of what I'm into.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I'm willing to be educated about this stuff, man.
So I mean, yeah, guys, and I mean, getting into this like I always preach to everybody, like, drinking, you know, alcohol, like, people are like, oh, I don't like that or this or that. Like, really deep dive and like realize that a lot of these people are putting their heart and soul, like the people that are making this stuff, like the winemakers that are doing this, they're going to the vineyards all the time. They're constantly there. They're giving loving care to those grapes. I mean, just there's a million things that go into it, not even just wine. So, you know, there's always something for everybody. Everything about my show and everything I'm about is all about being positive.
So tell them about your podcast and what you got. Like,
yeah, so I did a podcast for Food and Beverage Magazine, and I was doing that. And we're still going to be posting up some new stuff. But I got the YouTube channel, which is the big one. You guys got to check out the YouTube channel. Drink Up with Richie T is easy to find. The Instagram is dope. The YouTube's dope. I even have a TikTok. TikTok was one that we got into, and I started doing like cocktails.
All under
everything's Drink Up with Richie T. So,
I'll throw it on the bottom before they can see it.
Yeah, even just, I mean, they can literally Google Drink Up with Richie T.
Yeah, it pops up. It sounds pretty easy.
Yeah, it's super easy. I mean, the motto is drink up, eat up, and let's keep that balance. So, I mean,
that's what's up. And you were saying something about you're gonna start doing shows again. So
yeah.
Bringing it back to what we were talking about, how we met doing the music. Let's get into that, man.
So music was something that I've always loved music. Obviously, everyone pretty much loves music. I never met anybody that would be like, I don't like music, right?
Right, yeah.
Like, you like music, yeah?
Right. Who says I don't like music?
Yeah, everybody likes something.
If you don't like music, post that.
Well, that's also a psychological way to sell something. You sell your music. So if you're a musician out there, you can say, "Hey, you like music?" They're gonna say yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's part of
that. Means like, "Oh, cool. Check this out, then." Right?
Probing questions.
So yeah, because I was a director of education for alcohol for a big distribution company.
Oh, wow.
Which I don't think I ever told you that. So that was cool. That was kind of a cool job. Like, a lot of people don't know they know what a director of education is, but they wouldn't think there would be one for alcohol.
Yeah, no, that's
so, yeah.
You teaching me something new, you teaching the people watching something
all day.
New. And Richie T is something about my the people that check out my fan base per se. It will be from Jersey, because that that's where I told you I'm from. Yeah. So it's a lot of Jersey people, and then obviously people I met out here in San Antonio. I met a few people when I was living in Cali. So those are the type of people that's going to be looking obviously, hopefully, we'll expand, get bigger as we go. This is episode 35. So man, I'm glad you came for this episode, man. Definitely. Let's get back into that music.
Yeah, what started me in that music was this. I grew up with the people that helped like basically raise me were born in 1920, right? So I used to listen to a lot of Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Al Green, Marvin Gaye. Like this is what I used to sing, and that's what I've been singing for years, right? I used to sing at Ruth Chris Downtown here at the Riverwalk.
What's it called?
Ruth Chris Downtown.
Ruth Chris. Is that
at the Riverwalk where they have the hotel. So shout out San Antonio stuff, all the 210 people.
That's what's up. So the Ruth Chris, is that like a club, bar? What is it?
It's a steakhouse.
Oh, steakhouse.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's a chain steakhouse.
So it's a little more sophisticated type spot?
Yeah, for sure. Gotcha. So when I started singing there, I started singing at another place called Brio Tuscan Grill. I sang at a lot of weddings, so I was a wedding singer.
Okay. So you say was what?
I still do it, but I've been doing a lot more original stuff now. So getting the original stuff, I'm putting out all the new music, which has been doing fire over in Europe. A lot, like Brazil's #1 for that new song, which I gotta show you.
Is it the one? Oh, it's none of those that you showed me at Bad Vibe Studio.
Loving Strangers is one of them. Novocaine, which is funny you said Novocaine. I know that's the name of the other guy.
Oh yeah.
That single did awesome.
Oh.
So for some reason, Poland, Netherlands, like I said, Brazil. Like those are the big ones. Germany.
Nice.
People love my music over there.
Nice.
Like,
and what you go based off of? Like, is it the Spotify statistics or is it
Spotify statistics as well as Apple?
Okay.
So I use both, but I'm on all platforms.
Nice.
Music everywhere.
And where can they find your music at? Richie T Music?
Richie T Music. Yeah, I mean, when he puts it down below, it's super easy to find. So I'm also on SoundCloud with a lot of other stuff. So if you want to deep dive and go a little bit more down the rabbit hole of my older stuff, I do have some covers on there that were Frank Sinatra covers. John Legend covers that I did
on the YouTube channel.
That's on SoundCloud.
Oh, on SoundCloud. Okay.
YouTube channel. There is technically a Richie T Music YouTube channel, but I haven't really deep dived into that yet, just because I have a million other channels and platforms. So I've been kind of just focused on those. But there will be a YouTube channel soon because we are in the making of making videos, music videos, and visuals and all that stuff.
Do you got any like music videos from any of your prior songs, like a? Okay. So that's the next step.
That's the next move. Yeah.
That's when you gotta hit up those phones of photography, man. We gotta get to work.
Make it happen.
How long you been doing music now?
I guess officially, I've been doing it for five years. Like actually, like creating stuff and like promoting it. So I've been doing it that long. But I've started singing years ago, and I mean, I was always.
You always been singing, right? But you never.
Yeah, I never really had.
Recently started getting into projects and stuff like that.
And when I did the music stuff, it was always funny because people would be like, "Well, dude, you're really good," and like I didn't really think of it as like, you know what I mean, until finally enough people told me over the years, like, "Dude, you're like way better than average," and I was like, "Okay." Was it
like before that was a lot of self-doubt?
Yeah,
I think most artists have a little bit of self-doubt.
It was self-doubt, but also like, yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't really know my image at the time. I didn't know who I was, and now I've really, when I hit 28 is when I found myself. And I say 28 was where I found myself. Because I had a lot of like, obviously up and down, you have up and down egos, right? And you're running through different shit, you know, giving a fuck about what people think.
Different chicks, like.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't even have to say it for the artist. It's just a whole thing, right? And then, you know, I started deep diving into music even more, and now all the writing stuff, I freestyle everything. What's going on, guys? I'm excited to be on For The Thrill podcast, and if you guys want to check me out, I'm Richie T. You can check out Drink Up with Richie T or Richie T Music. I like to get down there, talk about booze, educate people about alcohol, as well as I love singing jazz and R&B. So if you guys want to come vibe with me, check out all that stuff. I'm on all platforms.
What's good, y'all? We back. Had to take a brief intermission. You already know I go by MC Thrillz, chilling here with Richie T. We finishing off the Post Malone Rose. The actual name is.
It's gonna be Mason number 9.
Mason number 9.
We'll finish that up before we go into something else.
Yes, yes, sir.
I mean, it tastes delicious to me. We did let it warm up. There's nothing wrong with actually letting something warm up, though. Just to be honest with you. So.
Well, we inside in the AC, so.
Right. But when it's chilled like that, and like even like craft beer, like letting it actually, like instead of drinking it fast, like someone when you let them like warm up, you start getting different flavors the warmer it gets.
Oh, you get different flavors as it gets.
Right. So like going into like this, like crossing like profile. But like I said, remember I was telling you about the color? Like I'm looking at it, it's like a pale, like it's got a nice little pale rosé. It's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
I like to have that little like pale, like, you know.
So if it's darker, what is it? A bad sign?
Not necessarily a bad sign.
I'm trying to read the room.
Not necessarily a bad sign. I just feel like this might be a little bit more natural.
Natural, okay. Well, I want to give a cheers to the audience and everybody watching, checking us out.
Drink up.
Shout out to Richie T music fans. I know y'all watching. Shout out to the For the Thrill fans. You already know I appreciate y'all. I know he appreciates his fans. Everything we do.
Yeah, nah.
Let's get
without y'all, we ain't shit, right?
Yeah, without the fans, we ain't shit. You already know. But let's get back on going on that music. So I know you was talking about lovers and strangers, was it?
Loving Strangers, yeah, that's a good one, man. I'm getting a little, it's kind of out there just because of what it's about. But I mean, it's a little bit more, I guess, like sexual. Right?
Hey, man, I caught it though. I caught it. He was like, "You're right." Just off the rip, I was like, "Man, this is what."
And I mean, when I write music, everything I write, it's always off of freestyle first. So I freestyle everything. I don't write anything down. Like Novocaine, you can ask Dragon. When I go into the studio, usually when I write my own, I have it memorized, and I just go in there and I just sing the whole thing straight through first, and then we do it again. It's just the way I think. It's not always perfect, don't get me wrong, but I freestyle everything.
I think it's better to have it in your head.
It's more, I just feel like it's more fluid and more open and not so like.
You're not reading nothing, and it's just.
It's not so robotic. I feel like when I've done like a lot of music stuff before, I wrote something down and I tried to sing it, and it's just real robotic. And it's not natural. And I fucking hate that shit.
I've done that many times. Like when I go back, there's projects that I do that to, and then I'll go back maybe a month or two later and redo it just because now I know it fully. And before I'm like, why did I do it like this? Like it's just I was reading it, and at the moment you're not even like your brain is not catching it. Like, oh, bro, you sound like you're reading this. But I usually go back and fix it. I'm a perfectionist, so I can hold on to a song for a couple months and then go back to it.
I lost that trait on purpose, like psychologically. I was like, fuck this, I'm never gonna put anything out. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna put anything out if I'm gonna keep critiquing every little thing.
Gotcha.
And I was actually at a point where I was like doing music and I was like, no, I don't like that, no, I don't like that, no, I don't like that, no, I don't like that. And a lot of artists don't understand this. And it's like, but if you never like put it out there, you never, it's never gonna be perfect.
Right, exactly. It's not.
But nothing is.
Yeah, nothing is.
Life, everything.
Right. Everything is imperfect. Yeah.
And everything is all about balance. Like I know I always say that, but it's the truest shit ever, bro. Like
the yin and the yang.
Everything's balanced. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're having a shitty week, guess what? Next week will probably be good.
Right. Oh, okay.
Okay. So you have to appreciate the shitty weeks.
So you believe in like karma and stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, I would say more like I was raised like Catholic, and I am a little bit more like on the Catholic end, but I'm not like super. I think everybody's religion should be respected. Everybody's views should be respected. Yeah. I love everybody's views. As long as you love like respect that I have my own.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
What you
cross your boundaries, don't cross them.
I mean, I got best friends that I'm super close to that believe in totally different things and don't believe in nothing.
Right. Yeah.
They're not good people. I mean, they're not. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of like too much hate going on.
You know it's crazy. I think it's crazy that I'm not gonna say the religion, but some religions look down on other religions when their primary example is to show love.
Right.
And that's just like
it's stupid.
It's like you're not doing what your own religion says.
It's also not your like if they believe in all that stuff. That's not their job to judge people. That's the God, right? Their God is supposed to judge that. Exactly. Not them. So it's like just mind your business and just be cool with everybody.
See, I see stuff like that, like this. Like I feel like mostly all religions believe in like a same God, but they see him differently.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people about that. Not that we're gonna get into a whole like.
I know, right? Yeah. Well, this is For the Thrill podcast. We can go anywhere with it. Well, I mean, it's never scripted. We just go. I'm here with Richie T. We just having a conversation. We talking about our music, his podcast. But you're right.
Also views. Also views on everything. We'll put this one away because we got that one done.
We're not
starting with the little wine. It's a different type of. I mean, all the liquor drinkers out there I see like usually don't do a tasting like this, but I really wanted to show more versatility, and I kind of like paired it this way on purpose. That way, we can show different types of glassware. There's different glassware for different alcohols, which people don't realize.
Hey, I need more friends like Richie T. I need more friends like Richie.
Here's my friend. Good friend. I'm appreciate being on here.
No, I'm glad you came. You came earlier, way earlier than expected. We scheduled for 5. You came. We decided to change it to 1, and then you came even early, which I appreciate. Cause
hey, I told you that one time in the studio, I'm never late, ever. I'm always 15 to 20 minutes early, which you saw.
Right.
Always, bro.
Yeah.
That one time, but I figured you guys had to lay some shit down too.
Yeah,
so that's why I was like,
we did.
So I basically I told him that I was gonna get there a little later anyway.
Shout out to Rico. That's the song Going Crazy. It was working on featuring Richie T.
And I appreciate
myself.
him. Yeah, he's had me on a couple of his joints, and it's pretty dope that he's put me on. So
and shout out to Mick too. He on the song too. I believe he got the first verse. First verse, and Rico, then me. So look out for Going Crazy, y'all, and look out for Baddie Girl, and check out Bad Vibes Studio. Shout out to Dragon. I like to give everyone their props, man.
Yeah, Dragon's what's up. I exclusively pretty much work with him only. He's the only one I've ever. Well, there's another guy that I worked with for a while. He was cool too. Don't get me wrong, but after I started working with Dragon, that's the person I stick with.
Cool. I definitely, I'm gonna reach out to Dragon, maybe get him on the podcast as well.
Yeah, he can. I mean, shit.
I'll pull up to him.
The busiest man. I mean, I'm super hella busy, and that's a busy man. But
I have to schedule a studio session and just pull some podcast time.
I mean, shit. I'm glad you scheduled this with me about a month ago because.
Oh yeah, it was a month in advance. And I'm the same way, man, because
I'm so busy, bro. It's unreal with all this stuff.
I like to book. I got my office. I got like 2 calendars. I have to book everything, and I like to schedule everything. Like if there's nothing to do, I'll schedule something like that. That's the type of person I am.
That's the way to do it too, though, because that means you're moving forward, like I was talking about. If you're not moving forward, then I mean you're really not.
Yeah, because if I'm on that schedule, I know me. I'll just fall off, and then I'll go a little backwards, or I'll do something stupid. It keeps me out of trouble. I just stay on course. Right. You know. So I like to schedule things, schedule everything, especially when it comes to music. Like if I know I got a song. Or say Saturday I ain't doing nothing. All right, I'm gonna schedule that. I'm gonna work on the song, whether it's writing more to it, or just listening to it, trying to remember it, or even practice my performance for an upcoming show. Yeah, I try to schedule some time.
Mine's always I have to be creating something. So I even started doing. I had like an anxiety thing, right? Where I was like, I would worry about a lot of stuff. I would think a lot of things, and all that stuff. Right, so it was bothering me, but. I just gotta be creative, man. So like, I started whittling. I was telling you where whittling and making things out of wood.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And that's a no expectation thing. That's just something to get my mind out. Like creating stuff, I draw. So I mean, I used to draw. I started doing like as a hobby. I started tattooing. I'm tattooed.
Oh, you tattooed? Oh, you did something.
Yeah, I've tattooed some homies and a good buddy of mine. He's a brother to me.
See, since you do art, you could.
Yeah.
See,
I fall into hobbies, man. I fall into crazy hobbies, bro.
You know, it's funny you say that. So I think that's like a creative mind of us artists.
To be creating something,
because
no matter what it is.
With me, I get obsessed with a certain topic. Like I think every month I get obsessed with something new. Like, all right, for example, like last month, right? I found out that you can get paid off of Facebook, right? So in my head, I want to figure out how to do this.
Right.
And guess what? Within that month, they sent me an offer because I did everything that YouTube was telling me, everything I did my research on, and they sent me the offer.
Yo, tell me how to do that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everyone should know how to do that, and I can tell you that now. Like, definitely post. As far as Facebook, you do a lot of posting daily, interact people when they comment with you. Build your algorithm. Now, some people get paid for posts. Some people get paid for reels. So I got offered $500 and some change for reels, just for posting reels. And the thing is, I wasn't even really posting reels like that. I just followed everything that the YouTube and everything was telling me. And I can send you links for you to look into that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Sure.
That's something I'd like to get, I'd like to just know.
Hey man, I know some people that are making a couple grand.
I was looking at because my YouTube's about to get hopefully monetized soon. I mean, you guys are close too.
Yeah. So
1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I think I just recently, or it's like 9. I'm like 9 something. I might be shy away.
No, you guys are close, and I'm getting up there. And I mean, I have a lot of view time. Like I think my biggest video has 35K.
Nice.
Clase Azul tequila, which is a good segue into our next tasting.
Oh, okay.
So Clase Azul was one of the ones that I had done before, but now I'm about to talk to you guys, and I brought it from my homie here.
Yeah, my boy, man.
He makes reels. He's here for the thrill.
We here for the thrill, man. Again, cheers to the audience. I mean, we're here for y'all. You already know we gonna keep moving. Let me finish mine up, my boy.
Take your time. You got a chug, bro. You ain't got a chug. Let me talk about it while you're sipping. So the next one.
Talking the swirl. He said hit the swirl for y'all.
This is Cincoro. So this is the Añejo tequila. They have a lot of different lines. This is Michael Jordan's tequila, but there are 5 owners. Añejo obviously aged over 12 months. This one's actually around 24 months, which is almost an extra Añejo. An extra Añejo is 3 years aged, usually in an ex-bourbon barrel, or, I think they're using, I can't recall, so don't quote me on this one, but they wood, right? You put it in a wood barrel, it ages, it gets the essence of all that.
Right.
They have a blanco reposado.
See, I heard about the wood, but everything else you teaching me. The wood is like the basics, right?
Well, wood is huge.
The barrel is the basics.
Yeah, wood is huge with anything, right? But I mean, obviously tequila can stand alone on its own because it's made from a plant. It's different than being a whiskey, which we'll get into. It's made from a grain. Totally different. and we'll get into it. I start ranting because I'm real passionate and love this shit, man. So
hey, man, I like it.
Cincoro, the name, I believe it means 2 things. It means let's see, Cincoro is a combination. It means 5 gold.
5 gold, okay.
So 5 owners, and they're going for the gold, right, to make the best tequila.
Who's the makers of this?
Michael Jordan is the biggest investor.
Oh, Michael
right?
Jordan is the investor of this.
There's other, and he helped create it. I mean, every time.
It's specific.
Yeah, every time the Ultra goes out, which is the it kind of retails around like $1,400 for the
this
extra.
bottle?
No, the extra. This one is up there though a little bit. So yeah. It's up there. Anyway. It's he was gonna try to invest in Clase Azul, and they kind of turned him down. They don't want to do that, so he goes, well, you know what? I'll make my own tequila. Right?
Michael Jordan. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. My bad.
You put me on. Yeah. And just to clarify for the audience, for
sure. Hey, he's gonna have to clarify me because I start ranting, and I think everybody knows all the shit that's rolling on, rattling up here. So
so usually, see, remember I told you earlier, everything I learned off of trial and error. So when I go back and look at old podcasts, I notice that, like when I'm on with someone, we'll talk about something, but me and them would know what's going on,
but other people don't.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing. So like when people come to my channel, they already know that I know a lot of stuff. But I always tell people, put it in the comments and I'll answer any question.
Definitely do that.
If he does that, I mean, he can shoot me a text and say, hey, Richie, clarify this comment. Would love to. I mean, tag me in it. I'm down.
Hell yeah.
I mean, this is what I love doing, and this is what I'm passionate about besides the music. I mean, those 2 things, talking, singing, and drinking, you know what I'm saying?
Talking, singing, and drinking.
That's all I'm good at, except there's a 4th, but it's only for the ladies, you know?
Oh, shit. Loving strangers. Loving strangers.
No shit. So it's meant to be like kind of like a trophy, right? NBA trophy, so that kind of like sways up. It's 5-sided. That's my bad on the Euro Award.
It's all good. It's all good.
So the cool thing with this too is, so when you get all these bottles put together, see how it's a perfect angle? If you lay all these around, it's the exact measurement of an NBA center court.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah. So pretty cool. I mean, the guy that designed
fun fact.
Fun fact. The guy that designed this bottle actually designed all of Michael Jordan's shoes. So he actually designed this bottle for him.
Shit.
And one of the coolest things was this little piece down here.
Do we have a name for that guy? Or?
I don't remember his name.
Okay.
That's why I'm like,
we'll have to look at that. I'm just.
I got Google.
Yeah, definitely.
So the other cool thing is when you come down here, which all the shoe people be hyped up about this right now. I'm just saying, shoe guys. I don't know if you got friends that like collect shoes.
Oh yeah, like yours. Yeah.
Oh dog, they'll fucking.
Shout out to my Jersey people that collect shoes.
For real, because you guys will get down on this. Look it up. The maker of a lot of his, design a lot of his shoes.
Man. You just taught me some.
So down here,
something different today.
His mom, my mom was saying that we can make cookies out of that. What? As an imprint.
Oh,
so it's got the imprint, it's got the agave plant. So obviously all tequila is made from agave. 100% blue agave is the way to go. Obviously it doesn't have to be 100% blue agave, but that's what you want.
Wow.
I drink my tequila, and most of the tequila world drinks it out of a snifter. So I did bring snifters for us for that.
That's the name of those glasses.
Yeah.
Snifters.
So you would drink cognac
That's
or
some
tequila.
interesting names. I wonder who came up with the word snifter.
So when you drink whiskeys or tequila or any kind of spirit, you want this, the smaller circumference of the hole, right? So you can really like deep dive into it. So I know you're getting close to being done there, so we'll do a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm gonna teach you how to taste the spirit.
Smaller circumference of the hole, y'all.
Yeah, I'm the worst. I'm like, yeah. I think that was the right.
Hey man, I like the way it works. Just keep
circumference. No, for sure though.
Snifters.
So snifters, a lot more like cognacs and tequilas. So
that's right. Where you won't warm it up, right?
Yeah. So if you this you want to warm it up.
Oh, this you want. Okay, so that's why you.
Yeah.
That's why you put your palm in it.
So right. So
I'm learning, y'all see that shit? I'm like, oh shit.
A lot of cognacs and tequilas, cognac especially, you warm it up and it's like a really good night. So a lot of you like Hennessy drinkers, I would tell you.
I'm a Hennessy drinker.
Yeah, I would tell you to definitely dip in and expand your horizons with different types of higher end cognacs, as well as Armagnac, which is you can actually check out a podcast.
See, I want to check out some new shit. As a matter of fact,
my podcast educates.
I gave what's his name, Lil Ronnie motherfucker and his team shots of Henny last night, man. We was getting turned up.
So let me teach you how to smell an actual spirit.
Oh yeah, show me.
So when we do this, right? So I would just hold it like this. Now.
Now I gotta grab it to see it.
Yeah. So a spirit you want your mouth open, right? But you're gonna go through the nose, just like this. See how my mouth's open? There's a reason for that. 85% of your taste comes from smell. That's why people take shots like this that taste like shit. They can't taste it, right? So number one, that's you want to make sure you're opening your mouth. You have a dominant nostril, so I'm righty.
Damn, I didn't know I had dominant nostril.
Dominant nostril.
How I figured it out?
You keep smelling, and you find out that I definitely get a lot more notes because when I smell this, number one, I get a lot of caramel and vanilla, which is usually a given just from the wood. But then I also get a little bit of like white pepper.
Oh wait, I smell the vanilla.
I get a little bit of cassis, tiny little bit, which probably most people aren't going to pick out.
I don't know what cassis is. Well, can we explain? People in the audience that don't know what cassis is.
When you look it up, unless you've tried it, you're not going to know the taste. But since I said the actual verbiage, it's something that you guys can Google and then find that.
What type of flavor is it though?
It's its
like own flavor,
like licorice, but not licorice. Like it's different.
I hate licorice.
It's not like
but if it's in liquor, I'll probably be fine.
So there's also like other things in this, like menthol, right? Like mint. So it'll taste like. I can smell mint on this bad boy. You smell it?
Yeah, as you say, I smell the vanilla. I smell the mint. I didn't know what the other word was.
So you can also look at legs too. It's not just wine. When you see the legs, it looks at the viscosity of the actual liquid. So when I describe a lot of different spirits, I describe them as this. I do skim milk, 2% and whole milk. And the reason I say that is so people understand the thickness of what we're looking at. Because some of these are like nectar. It's real thick. This is only like 2% though.
So this isn't that thick?
No, it's like 2% milk, but the reason I say that is because you see, like, you want to look at the thickness.
But if it was milk, then it would look thicker. So how can you tell the difference of the thickness?
Well, when I get to this scotch right here, you're going to see whole milk. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna
okay. I like how you break it down like that.
And I break it down that way so people can understand what I'm talking about. When I say, oh, the viscosity, you start like talking about all this stuff, and people are just like, I don't know, dog, what the hell this dude's talking about.
Now I'm glad you.
Yeah, I try to clarify more. So you want this to be smaller though, so you can get more essence.
You want it to be smaller.
You want this to be smaller.
The top. Okay, that's why they come in these.
That's why we'll be doing Glencairns here in a minute, which is my favorite spirit glass.
That's the name of that glass?
It's a Glencairn.
Okay, I'll ask you about that later.
Yeah. No, we'll get there. I'm just, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So now when you go in to sip it, a lot of people mess up with this too. When you taste something, and people will smell this and be like, ooh, that's harsh or this or that. Number one, their mouth wasn't open. That alcohol content, you get past that alcohol content and it goes through your air, to your tongue.
So if they had their mouth closed.
So I'm tasting everything technically through my nose.
Oh shit.
Because of the way our body is, the way that it develops. So when you taste this, you let it sit on your palate for a second. You don't swallow right away. This is a shot.
That's good to know. That's what I probably would have went.
A lot of people mess up. So when you
thank you for telling me that.
You let it sit there, and then suddenly you start to salivate a little bit, which actually dilutes it. If you let it sit, it starts to get a little bit of a burn. You start to understand it, and then you swallow. And then after you swallow it, you got a little bit of oxygen hits, and you start getting everything else and all the essence. But it's going to be a lot more smooth going down, and you're going to get the tongue development, front to back palate of what this spirit is about.
Interesting.
So I give some fun facts about this one. This is a really good tequila. It's not my favorite, but I like it. It's great. I never have a favorite. So when I say it's not my favorite, it's not because anything's against this. Try it, because everybody's palate is 100% different no matter what.
Interesting.
It doesn't matter who you are.
So, but
mine's not going to be exactly the same as yours.
So I know earlier you said it was. But that was a whole different type of liquor.
It's cool. Go ahead.
Yeah. No.
It's wine. Yeah. We're talking wine.
But right now, as far as this right here, what would be your go-to then?
this is a good tequila, and I would prefer to stick with añejos and extra añejos. I'm a big Amor Mío fan, which is an extra añejo only. It's super hard to find. Afamado is another
super hard to find, so that's probably super expensive, huh?
Yeah, I have a couple in my bar.
Oh, okay.
The Richie T bar, which I'll invite you to.
Richie T bar, oh man, we might have to. I might have to come to your podcast, man.
Dude, it ain't. I mean, we just do we'll do an Instagram live or something and just be on there live. I'd rather do that. You know what's cool
though? So I just started, like, I obviously we're not going live.
Hold on, before we say that, let's taste this.
Let's say, wait, hold on. Before we do that, you said let it sit on your tongue for a little bit.
Yeah, watch me.
Okay,
so when I sit, when you saw me sip that wine, remember I oxidized it. You heard me going.
Oh, I didn't oxidize mine.
It's all good. you don't want to do this like that. This we're gonna sip it. We're gonna let it sit and then swallow, and then I'm gonna talk you through it.
All right, let's.
Actually,
sound a little weird, but
no. You taste it first. Yeah, I know it sounds weird. But once you
I'll walk you through this, my guy.
Once y'all get into the elegance of understanding sipping spirits, you'll be a badass motherfucker.
Hey man, I think I'm evolving just by doing this.
This is what it is. This is the beauty of education and passion about this.
Hell yeah, man.
So take a sip.
I thought I was gonna watch you first.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
See that.
So obviously I get the essence.
You smell it first. And then you like kiss the glass. I let it marinate.
I smell fresh agave.
Oh, and you
taste fresh agave too.
Interesting.
Fresh agave.
But you don't smell.
It's
you
very
smell
vegetal.
vanilla, but you don't taste the vanilla.
A little bit. You're gonna see. Okay. It's gonna be very creamy. It's very vegetal. But you see how I let it sit for a second? I just shoot it. Let's sit there. Honestly, even for someone that doesn't drink, you drink a lot. But there's other people that don't drink a lot of spirit.
Hey,
I drink a lot. You sit there and really let it sit there and like get the essence first. That's where people fuck up doing that shit, man.
All right, so don't fuck up.
Nah, you're gonna be good. I'm gonna guide you through this.
Oh wait, you don't do the whole thing.
Hell no, you don't do the whole thing.
Okay, that's good to know because I would have went. I'm glad you went first because I would
have take a sip.
If I would have went first, this thing would have been gone, Rich.
Take a sip and hold in your mouth.
Okay.
No homo on all that shit.
Pause. On my Jersey audience, you know.
Hey, that's why I said no homo on it is bullshit. There you go, right there. Now let it sit. Feel it throughout your palate. Give it a second. Then when you swallow, breathe out and breathe in. Swallow first. There you go. Breathe out, breathe in. Open your mouth. Now you see good essence of vanillas and caramels. It's creamy. It's super smooth.
Mint. I taste the mint.
Very much mint, like I told you.
Oh shit. Yo, I see drinks different. I'm gonna be drinking all types of drinks and doing this type of shit.
Because if you don't drink things the right way, that's why people do not experience alcohol in the correct way, and you don't even know how to drink it. And then that's why they're like, "Ooh, this tastes like shit."
Right.
No, it doesn't. You're just not drinking it right.
All right, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
This is an interesting experience.
So
I'm really glad you came on the podcast, man, because you really like this. Is not, like all bullshit aside, we're drinking alcohol, but this is educational as fuck.
Oh, I love this, dude. This is what I do, man.
Like this is no real shit. Like because some people will probably be like they just sitting there drinking. Nah, dog. Like this is different.
this is real drinking, and then once you understand how to drink, then we go into real drinking of just hanging out and drinking.
Right.
Now I've taught you how to experience it the correct way, and then when after a while we do some cigar pairings where I teach you how to brush. I teach you how to brush the cigar with the tequila we're drinking or with the scotch we're drinking, where you get like certain types of wood. Yeah, bro. We get like wood. So there's a thing too where you do, and you can call Arnold Schwarzenegger on this, but a lot of people a lot of people do this. But you get your cigar, right? And I'm a big cigar smoker, which I shouldn't be because I'm a high singer. But when I wake up in the morning, I sound like Josh Turner. Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low. Right?
You switch up the song. Huh?
Yeah. So you would get like different types of wood. Like say I wanted to use like oak flakes, right? Which is like real thin pieces of oak. I would dip it into the tequila and I would brush the cigar with it to give it the essence.
Oh shit.
Let it dry. And then I would dip my end of the cigar.
Yeah, this guy's very professional when it comes to drinking, bro. I never heard of some shit like that, dog.
Yeah, dip it in there, let it all dry up, then light that bad boy. Ooh, buddy. And then you're actually enjoying the cigar with the essence of all that.
So this type of alcohol you can do that with?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So they're extra añejo, which is like I was telling him like around 1400, which is a little bit lower than the Clase Azul Ultra, which a lot of you might know. That one is something that Michael Jordan has said to drink a bottle a day of, and he smokes a lot of cigars and golfs.
And what is that called, you said?
This is the extra añejo.
Oh no, the one that he drinks. Or
extra añejo of the Cincoros.
So this one.
No, this is the añejo.
Oh shit! See, I'm confused already.
No, you're good. So okay, so there's with most tequilas you're gonna have a blanco, a reposado, and an añejo. Right? A blanco is usually not aged. They'll age it a little bit sometimes, but as long as it's under like a month or whatever, it's not a big deal. Say it's a blanco or a plata.
So those don't usually age.
Nah. They just distill it. They usually do it in like clay, pots, and they bake the agaves. And there's a whole process that you can Google. I'm not gonna go into.
Gotcha.
Then there's a reposado, which basically is anything from 2 to almost 12 months. But once it hits 12 months of aging in a barrel, it becomes reposado.
Okay.
And then it becomes an añejo after 12 months, which over a year of aging, it becomes an añejo. Then when it gets to 3 years, it becomes an extra añejo. Usually the ones I drink are like 5
So
years.
that's above this one.
Yeah. This is actually the higher end one though. It's not cheap. It's good stuff. Trust me.
Okay. No, it's good. I like it.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah, you didn't flinch.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
So, not because of that. I don't mean it. Whatever. I got $1 million of them. When you come over, you'll see.
Alright, cool.
There's
Said
a lot
$1 million. That's a lot of money.
Nah, I got a lot of like tequilas.
He's like,
I got
literally,
a lot of rum. I got a lot of like scotch is my highest level expertise in life, which we'll get there. Yeah, that's my highest level expertise.
Okay.
I know I'm throwing a million things at you right now.
Yeah, man.
So don't worry.
I feel like I need to start taking notes.
Nah, don't worry.
I got it all recorded. I have to go back and
This isn't a quiz or nothing. I just gave up. I told you I get passionate.
At the end of this, we are going to give y'all some test questions now.
Hey, I get passionate about this shit. This is dope,
cool.
man.
With it, man.
This is the coolest shit ever.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is one of my most interesting podcasts, just because like I'm a drinker, but now like you just like
I'm trying to elevate your.
Yeah, you open like
It's
my
all
mind.
about.
Like,
It's all about elevating your lifestyle and understanding that. I mean, things about being elegant in this world, but at the same time, we can still get fucking rowdy too with it,
Hell yeah. No, hell yeah.
But this is badass. So,
100%.
Learning how to drink things like this is when you're at a different type of business environment, which a lot of us will be because we're trying to elevate ourselves.
Right.
Which we know how to fucking drink it right.
Right. And see, and that's one thing with me. I like to elevate myself in everything I do. So, there you go. Let's get. Hey. We haven't toasted that one, man. Oh, man.
I'm going to get you on the toast. Don't worry.
I'll get you on the toast. All right, so let me... Oh, wait. The mouth open.
Mouth open. So you see how it smells different?
It's way different. It's
way different. Now let it sit. Don't swallow it. Trust me. Swish it around a little bit. They actually call it chewing. So different types of things with like chewing your spirit. Right? Things like that help it move. You're gonna feel some spice. You're gonna feel some, like cinnamons. It's gonna be vanillas. You're almost gonna get with this one. What I'm tasting already is almost like those the Mexican bakery stuff.
Oh, that one kind of burned my tongue.
It's gonna burn.
It didn't burn my.
No, it's gonna burn
my tongue.
Nah, got you up front, not in the back.
Right.
So anyway, it's in quarter. So yeah. Pause.
Alright, welcome back. This is Full Throw Podcast. I am MC Thrillz. This is Richie T Music. Oh look, he got his hype up now. He say, alright.
I mean, I'm ready for the next drink, right?
Right, you ready for the next one? I'm ready for the next drink too. We've been going through a couple. We went from the Mason 9.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Kinda. Already got him going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah.
Mason number 9.
Definitely Mason. Oh, you gotta put the number, put the pound sign in there. But alright, cool.
You know.
What we moving on to next?
Alright, next gonna be my number one love is Scotch whiskey. So I do single malts.
You said that at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
You're bringing it full circle.
Yeah, we got the Abelor Cascanam, which means rare cask. So this is actually a single barrel single malt, which a lot of people don't realize that single malts are usually blends, which people think they're not. But
single malts are blends, is what you said.
Yeah, it's single malt meaning single distillery. So a lot. Now there is single barrel single malts. Don't get me wrong. Something like this is usually batched together. That's why this is batch 6, I believe. Yeah, no, batch 5. Sorry, I had batch 6 the other day at the cigar bar. But
Sky Bar?
Cigar bar.
Oh,
cigar bars. Yeah, one of the cigar bars I go to. Anyway,
cool.
So something like this, they do this in Oloroso sherry cask, Spanish Oloroso. So sherry is something you can either cook with or you would sip. It's a kind of after dinner drink usually. It's a fortified wine.
Okay.
So putting in sherry cask though, Oloroso. There's Oloroso and Pedro Jimenez. So Pedro Jimenez is usually a lot more sweeter. Oloroso is a little bit more dry cherries. So a lot of different Scotch whiskeys.
You said cherries?
Sherry. Like sherry. Yeah. Cherry different. Okay. You might get cherry notes, But they finish it in sherry casks.
And that glass, Glencairn?
Glencairn.
Glencairn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see how important this is and how thick it is? That's what I meant when I said.
Oh yeah. We bring it full circle. Okay. Again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is episode 35. I'm here with Richie T Music.
So Cascanam, it's a Gaelic for a rare cask, but they do a special release.
It's a what?
Cascanam is
Before you said something, it's a what lick?
Rare cask.
Wait.
Cascanam. So on there, it's a special release that comes out every single year. They're always different.
Oh,
so
they switch it up.
They're vintage based, yeah. So Cascanam in Gaelic means rare cask.
Oh, okay.
So they.
And what is Gaelic?
Gaelic is like the style of like Scottish Irish.
Okay.
Well, not really Scottish Irish, but like Gaelic is like it's a certain type of language from way back when that's not used anymore, like Latin.
Oh, okay.
You know, like how they don't use Latin anymore, but a lot of things are based and derivative off Latin speech and how we have English and the way English is.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That's a whole other story.
It is a whole other thing. So yeah, Scotch.
How I'm holding this one?
This one I usually hold like this.
Oh, okay. Because you don't. Oh, so you don't want to warm this one up?
Nah, you don't need to. Nah, people add ice to theirs. I don't. I drink everything straight. I want it to be straight.
Well, is that the normal? You should add ice, or?
Nah, I mean it just depends on how you want to enjoy it.
Okay.
So when you tell people, now you obviously don't want to mix this like Coke or something, that'd be stupid. Because I mean, there's no point in mixing this. You might as well go with the lower end.
Right.
This is a higher end Scotch whiskey.
Right. You can drink it straight.
Yeah. So you want to sip it just like I told you before, where you keep your nose open.
So we're doing the same thing.
Same thing, but this is gonna be way more oaky, sherry. You get that sherry, the sweetness from the sherry. So Oloroso though is drier, so it's gonna make it dry, like I was saying. And this is So let me get into this real quick to make y'all understand.
Let's do it. Let the audience.
I know. so Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso sherries, like, so they'll create this wine, but then they finish. So this Scotch whiskey's then aged in an oak barrel, and then they transfer it to a sherry barrel.
Okay.
An ex-sherry barrel that sherry was made in, and it gets the essence of that, just adding another complexity, another level to help us get more notes. Oh yeah, for sure.
That's deep.
So, like
now, are you breathing in with your mouth as you do it at the same time, or
through my nose?
You breathing in with your nose?
Mm-hmm. So this one I'm getting super dry fruits, apricots. Smell that? Dry plums. Ooh, you get the barley for sure. A little bit of oakiness. You definitely get the oak. See how thick it is? So when we look at it, I start looking at the color. But you see how it's like thicker, and see how
thicker than the last one for sure.
Right, and you see the legs. So when I say legs, it's those drips.
Oh, okay. After because you shaped it.
Yeah, so I'm seeing those legs on it, which is showing me the viscosity and why it's so thick, right? There you go. See them? Okay. Right, let it give it a second.
Oh, okay. I see the. Look at the drip. Hey.
Exactly.
We sharing this one. We ain't letting this one go.
This one will be.
See, I'm big on sharing, man. I'm big.
To being positive and testing negative.
Hell yeah. There we go. I love that one.
But we don't shoot it though.
Oh yeah, that's why we do the sips, right?
Mm-hmm. See how thick it is? Rich. A lot more spicy.
It is
on the back end.
Way more spicy.
A little more spicy. Heavier. This would perfectly go paired with a cigar. And I would probably go with Davidoff.
I do feel a little bit more spicy than
one of the Churchill Davidoffs is what I would put this with. So look up Davidoff. They make amazing cigars.
Churchill Davidoffs. Okay.
So,
what's this type of
the Churchill line they do?
Scotch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would do it with the Cassinam for sure. I think it would pair really well. Probably their.
Hey, if anybody out there, if y'all big on liquors and y'all into this type of stuff, hey, drop some comments and make sure y'all follow Richie T, man, because this is what he do. So if this is what y'all into, make sure y'all follow him and check out his channel, check out his Instagram, check out his Facebook, check out everything.
And also, yeah, I started doing, like I was telling him, I started doing like meal preps and stuff like that too, and making food that's healthy and keeping that balance, but you can also pair with one or make it for your significant other, stuff like that, and helping you keep that.
So what type of meals you make? Like when you
a lot more chicken and fish, but I did start getting into like traditional French dishes. Like I did flounder moyenne the other day, which is a traditional French dish. So that's gonna be flounder that's actually lightly breaded, and then you fry it, and then it's got a butter cream sauce on it.
Oh, okay.
Like a butter sauce, yeah.
So you don't grill it, you fry it.
Kind of. It's not really, it's not fried though. It's like, I mean, you put it in a pan.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Gotcha,
So it's not like you're like deep frying.
Right. With
Yeah.
the oils. Because when you say fried, I just want to coming back to clarify.
Right.
I just
But
want to
then
make
I also
sure.
do a lot of different types of marinades. I've been getting teaching people how to do like different. I do a lot of cod. I do a lot of salmon. I do a lot of like European sea bass now. I started doing European sea bass. Yeah, I get into that. A lot of vegetables, like fresh vegetables, and how to make them tasteful. I do a lot of bison now. I started doing bison chili.
Do you go markets or do you go fishing yourself?
Nah, I go HEB.
Okay, HEB. Okay.
Shout out HEB.
I had to ask, man.
Motherfuckers are owning everything.
You might be all natural, man.
No. I wish. I mean, if I could go somewhere and get that, right? I mean, I would. So, I mean, I do a lot of different marinades and stuff, so you can meal prep it to make a mass quantity. So you have. I mean, you gotta be, it's about being healthy, and but also adding flavor to it. So it's not. I barely use butter. The flannel, yeah, did have butter in it, but most of the other ones did not. I just use olive oil. Like I do like Italian marinade with some chicken. I do balsamic marinades. I do honey maple marinade. It's crazy.
That is, it's crazy that I'm realizing that drip, like, cause I never realized the difference in the texture or the thickness. Now
matters.
Now now I know.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power.
When you look at cognacs, which is like when I say Hennessy, you're gonna see that it's thicker, and that's because it's made from grapes. This is made any type of whiskey, whether it be Scotch, bourbon, it's all whiskey. It's what makes it Scotch, what makes it bourbon, what makes it American whiskey. Right, they're all whiskey, but it's made from a grain, distilled, and then aged in a barrel.
Oh shit.
That's what whiskey is.
And then this one went through Scotch 2 barrels.
Technically, yes. Yeah, they went through that one. That one went through 2 barrels because they finished it in something else to add another complexity and another level.
As it ages?
As it ages, it starts to. I mean, so in Scotland, temperature is a big deal when aging anything. So when you put something in like a barrel, you need that heat, and you need the heat to go up and down and get cold. So when you go into Scotland, though, it doesn't get that hot. So it takes it a lot longer to age. Here in Texas, Texas bourbons, Texas whiskeys age so much faster. Like 3 years is a lot.
Wow.
In Scotland, I have a 37-year-old at home. I have a 40-year-old at home. You know what I mean? Like these are 40 years old. They sat in a barrel.
Wow.
But it wasn't like they just sat there. You have to think about the master distillers that are tasting it and making sure it's staying good. The guys that are taking care of those barrels and moving them throughout the warehouse.
That's the background, like the
recounts. There's people putting their whole life. There's 40-year-old scotches, 50-year-old scotches out there, and I want you to think that the guy that was taking care of that probably didn't get to taste it because he died.
What? That's crazy.
Think of how old that is. 40 years.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, yeah.
So
when you put it in that perspective, that's
people
crazy.
don't think about that. So when you're drinking something nice,
me, I never thought of that shit.
You start dipping into scotches and understanding like the true passion behind a whole entire country creating whiskey. They're the ones that are doing it, and they're the ones that kind of pioneered it. Then Irish, did the same. So appreciate it a little more, because I mean, someone worked their ass off to make sure this got to us. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't take a day. It took a lot of time to make this.
A lot of time and effort. Yeah, definitely.
For us to enjoy as men, men and women can get into this, and I prefer everyone. Man,
this next shot to your knowledge, man. In regards to this, man, you got a lot of it, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man.
That's good. I love that.
I just wanted to flip that around for we can see.
Are you good?
See ourselves just in case it cuts off now. At least we'll know.
I'm good.
That's a good angle, right?
Okay. Good shit though, right?
No, I fuck with it. This
bro, and you only need, so the cool thing about this too is I can drink scotch straight. I can sip it. I can watch TV while I'm doing it, and you don't need to add a bunch of other shit to it.
Right, like you said, do not mix Coke.
Yeah, you start adding all these sugars, and I mean, there's so many things that people add. So like even going with wine, I mean, I tell people I usually do a lot of European wine. So when I say old world, so there's old world and new world. And when I say old world, I'm thinking French, Spanish, and Italian, and especially French and Italian. That's old world wine. Italian. New world is America, Argentina, New Zealand, and etc.
So this type of scotch, can I just go to the bar and order that?
You can order Aberlour. You're not gonna be able to get the Cascadon. You're getting a little bit more
exclusive.
Rare. No, you can find it, but not the 5. This is the 5 year. This came out a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or a year ago. The 6 came out. Yeah. 6 is out right now. You might be able to find it at some of your choice liquor stores.
Well, I'm saying as far as like a bar.
They have it at some higher end bars. So I'm not gonna have it at some
higher end.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
So if we were at a bar, we went to a club or something. I mean, most people go, Richie, what do we drink, right? I'm like, that one right there. You know, so it just depends on what they offer and what they have. But yeah, it's not gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, that's good to know. Now I see myself different if I go to the bar. Let me look for what you got here. Let me try this out. Let me get this.
You need to get on Armagnacs, man. Cognacs are dope, but Armagnac is the way to go. And you can listen.
Armagnac.
Listen to my podcast.
Google and do some more research.
Listen to my podcast. Armagnac's made in Armagnac, France. Cognac has to be made in
Armagnac. You break it down
France.
in your podcast?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Broken down. Drink of a Richie T.
Make sure y'all go to check it out and the
Spotify, Apple. It's on every podcast.
Nice.
So you can find that, and there's a lot of educational stuff on there from cognacs to different types of like Goza craft beers. If you ever heard of a Goza, anyway.
No, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do, man. You on topic. Let's get back into the music. So, you know what? Let me finish off mine.
Take your time. I'm a pro, dude.
You're professional. You're professional, my guy.
Trust me, I'll keep going, man. I've rocked people's worlds before doing tastings where we just do whiskey tastings, and then like literally an hour in, people are like, "Oh shit."
I'm this feels good, man. This is.
It's easy sipper, isn't it?
Yeah, no, hell yeah. Now I know like certain drinks you can sit, chill with, and there's other drinks you can, just take straight up. Sacrificing, I'm putting blood, sweat, and tears for this. Sacrificing, I'm putting blood, sweat, and tears for this. Alright, what's good in the hood? Again, this is For the Thrill Podcast. We're over here on the Scotch, the Albert. Abelor.
Pronunciation is definitely key, but I mean, everyone has their own pronunciations on stuff, so don't even trip. But there's always Google. I always tell people, look it up. Because you want to know how to pronounce stuff correctly. I don't say shit.
Well, you can't say it. This is For the Podcast. You're open to cursing, man. It's okay.
Yeah, but it's not shit, It's
Oh, I get what you're saying. I got you. Let me get mine next.
Pour myself a little bit more because, God, I love Scotch.
Woo! On the tongue. Woo! Smooth. Wow.
Heat in the back though. It's right here, and then you get something called a Kentucky hug, is what they call it. Kentucky hug. You can feel how warm your stomach gets inside.
Oh, that's what that's called. Okay.
See how that starts coming down?
I that feeling. So now I know that's called a Kentucky hug. Why Kentucky hug?
Well, because bourbon guys made that up. That was before Scotch.
Interesting.
Oh, well, bourbon's not before Scotch, but I'm saying they didn't make it up. Scotch has been around for way longer. So Scotland and Ireland are going to battle who created whiskey first. But I choose to love Scotch more than anything because your range of palate, and when I say range of palate is, here's Scotch, right? If you don't like something over here, I can give you something over here that you'll love. You might hate this, but love this because there's so many different ones. When we go into bourbons, they're complex and they have a lot of things going on in bourbon, but their palate's not going to be the same because it has to be in a new charred oak barrel, which is totally different than Scotch, which we'll talk about right now.
Oh shit!
Because we're about to pull it up.
Of
the bourbon. Bourbon now.
We going to the bourbon, y'all.
So bourbon obviously does not have to be made in Kentucky. Everyone thinks it has to be made in Kentucky to be bourbon. That's not true. It just has to be made in America.
I didn't even know none of that shit, but now I know that people.
So
I got bourbon, y'all.
I brought a badass. This is currently H. Taylor. This is a single barrel. So when you say single barrel, there was literally one barrel was in that went into a bottle. There was no blending going on. Straight from the barrel into the bottle. Basically, they did dilute it a little, obviously, to get it to 100 proof. So this is 50% alcohol. This is the Bottle and Bond, which is made out of bottle and bond.
Wait, this is 100 proof, you said? Damn.
We were drinking.
That was 100 proof too?
Dude, when you drink good stuff, you don't taste the 100 proof. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Nah,
this one's 48%.
Oh, 48%. Okay.
So almost 100 proof, but yeah.
That's crazy.
So when you drink like higher end whiskeys,
you don't taste that strong.
No, because the way they created it.
Okay.
So Bottle and Bond, when you have a whiskey made Bottle and Bond under the Bottle and Bond Act of 1897, it has to abide by all the strict government rules from then to be created as a Bottle and Bond bourbon.
This guy knows his shit.
A little bit. Few things. So I love Colonel H. Taylor. I'm a big fan of their releases and what they do. Most of them are going to be all bottle and bond. There is one barrel proof they do, which is literally straight out of the barrel into the bottle. Usually around like 56%, 57%. Those are high.
Before we move forward into that, so you're knowledgeable. Now, how do you get your knowledge? Like, what?
Good question. Let me pour this and we'll sit back in time.
Alright, cool.
We are going to pour in the same glass, which is not traditional, but I only brought 2 Glencairns, and you know what? I don't really give a fuck.
Wait, say that again?
I don't really care. Usually I would use multiple Glencairns, so we're not mixing another whiskey with another one. And you don't want to wash it out. You don't want to wash it out with water either, because if you wash it out with water, then even just a drop of water can change this whole entire mouthfeel and taste.
Oh shit! That's fucking crazy.
Dope, right?
Hell yeah! Damn, that's crazy, man.
So,
that's crazy, man. I kind of wish we should have went kind of live on this one, man.
Do it again.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right.
So, bottle and bottom, what you're gonna see with bourbon.
Same thing. From the bottle.
Same exact thing. We're doing a spirit. Anything that's a spirit, you're gonna do it just like that. You're gonna smell with your mouth open.
So what's up with that? With the spirits, it's when
a spirit is like an alcohol. Anything over like 25%, 20%.
It's considered spirit.
It's a spirit.
Why? Why they call it a spirit? Just because it's over 25%? Like what?
I mean, they've called liquor spirits for years.
So is okay. So since you are. You know,
I don't know everything though. I'm learning every day.
Okay.
So before everybody
like you about to ask me some shit like
well, no. I will say this, and I've always told a lot of people this. I know.
Disclaimer.
No. It's not about being a disclaimer. It's just I know a lot of things, and I learn every single day. But the whole point of being an educator is not about knowing everything. It's about creating an environment. It's about creating an environment where we can all learn from each other.
That's good. This guy's good.
Creating an environment that we can learn from each other. Yeah. So I can still learn from them.
Hell yeah.
That's why we're here. I can teach a lot. You can teach me a lot. You know what I'm saying? We all know something. We all know a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So whenever, I talk with guys that know way more than me. Mm-hmm. And I learn a lot from them too, but then they learn things from me about things they didn't even know about, right?
So, I mean, that's what it's about.
Learning about each other. But it's badass to learn. So, I mean, I kind of get into it, and I've actually integrated this into music. We were talking about the music.
Right.
And I even want to do a thing eventually where I'm actually pairing up new artists and new people with their own alcohol brand, because I.
Oh, well, let's get into that. That's something I would want to do. We can do that after the podcast.
Because you can actually do your own barrel picks, and when I started doing my own barrel picks, anyway. Which is something
I'm trying to get my own little alcohol going, man. We can definitely talk, man. Whatever I need to do, because I see a couple people out here that did it already, and some people.
I did barrel picks already, which barrel pick is I can literally talk to the distillery and do my own barrel that everybody would want to buy, which is Richie T. Pick this barrel and pick this taste and flavor, and I want Richie T's barrel because I have people sold it out.
It's sold out already.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! See, you already on top of it, man.
Total Wine, I did that. But
wait, hold on, because we went kind of off. Because I was going to ask you something about the spirits. So in regards to spirits, is it like, you know how people say when you drink you actually spirits? That's why they call it spirits.
So I thought that might be one of the dumb like things, right?
Yeah, talk about it.
There's always something dumb.
You calling those people out there dumb?
Nah. Never call people dumb. Come on now. You're trying to get the one. Hey, YouTube people.
You trying to cancel me already?
YouTube people are scary.
YouTube people are cancel culture.
There's always gonna be someone that's I'm gonna misquote or this or that. Like,
right, yeah, it's gonna be one out the bunch.
Some of my big videos, like, so I didn't have a lot of budget to do some of the videos I did, and I had to do like 15 videos in one day when I was doing the whole reviewing. So I drank 15 shots.
Shit.
And a lot of these were cask strength. And when I say cask strength, that's literally out of the barrel into the bottle. So okay, let me break it down for you.
Yeah.
Hennessy is 40% 80 proof, right?
Always.
Yeah, 40%, right? That's diluted. They dilute it with water. Whiskey, same thing. They dilute them to 40 proof to extend the barrel to make it more, right? And to water it down so you're not like getting so harsh of a flavor. But I drink stuff that's straight out of the barrel into the bottle most of the time, and we're talking like 57%, 58%, 56%. And when you get used to drinking that, and you ever siphon, if you go on some of my channels, you'll see me like siphon something out of a barrel. I literally pull it out of the barrel and put it into one of these. I'm gonna
have to definitely check out your channel, man.
Some of the stuff that we would pull out.
How many like episodes? How do you do it? Is it by episodes or what?
I was doing episodes for a while. You know, I did the first season where I actually did like reviews. When it's really not more of a, it's a review.
Oh, so you do seasons?
I did.
Because I don't do seasons.
I switched it up. I was doing seasons, and now I've been doing the vlogs. But I've also just been like, I'm about to do some more stuff where I'm just talking about educational stuff. Like, hey, I'm drinking this right now. I'm drinking this up.
So do you post on all of your channels, like TikTok, Instagram, once you do something? Do you break it down?
Most of the time.
Okay. How often? How often do you do?
I try to do at least a couple posts a month, regardless.
Couple posts a month. Okay.
Yeah, at least 2. I mean,
couple videos.
You know,
when you say post, you mean videos or can it be
just content? I mean,
it's content in general.
Okay. Right. You know,
same.
It's all about consistency, but I mean, you know, busy life right now. Once I can do this for full time, you know, and I do liquor full time. But I really want to get into like doing my channel full time, doing my YouTube, doing all the stuff that I do because I'm good at it, and I know I can be my own boss. So we're working on it.
So as far as like your editing and everything, do you do that yourself?
Now, yeah, I use Bad Vibe Studios for a lot of it, and they're the best, and I love them, and yeah.
That's Dragon also, again, right? Shout out Dragon.
Shout out Dragon.
So Dragon does the editing, or who did the editing?
He did a lot of the vocals, a lot of the editing with other with other people that he has. He helped me with the podcast. He helped me with the podcast, the videos, everything. So I mean, he really did help me out, but he understands that, like, you know, in this day and age, you need more content, and we still want quality over anything, but we do need quantity as well. Right. Because people want to keep seeing me, people want to keep talking to me.
I noticed that shit too. Like, honestly, I sometimes I go 1 month and throw out like 5 podcasts, bro, and then the next month I'll drop like 1. And then I noticed like the ratings, the analytics will be like off, like based on it's like they like yo, you should keep going, like you giving us all this content and then you stop, like But the main thing with me, it is consistency. I feel as though as long as I drop 1 at least a month,
you're doing something.
Yeah, at least yeah.
Now my next step is to create 50.
Oh, you already tasted that?
Okay,
well, give me my. Come on, man. I got toast, man. I got toast. See, that's one thing about Thrillz.
We had cigars right now. It wouldn't even matter. We're fucking drinking like men, bruh.
Yeah, we is drinking like men, but I need a toast because life is precious and you gotta enjoy every moment, every toast. What we toasting
to? Let's toast to your music.
Oh, my boy, I appreciate that. Let's go.
For the thrill.
Let's go.
Oh, hell yeah. That's some good shit. We're good single barrel. I like the way that one is. So, like I said, it's single barrel.
That's definitely a different taste from the last one.
Way sweeter.
It's way different, man.
Way sweeter. You're making this. So, okay, to be a bourbon,
it
has to be at least 51% corn in the mash bill. When I say mash bill, that's what it's made out of and what grains they use.
Okay.
It has to be at least 51% corn. It has to be in a new charred oak barrel every single time. So they cannot reuse their barrels. In Scotland, they can reuse the barrels multiple times. And actually some barrels...
Because it's changing the taste?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But it's just totally different. So you can reuse a barrel multiple times. Actually, some barrels can live longer than us. And they can reuse them over and over again if they're taken care of correctly in the way that they are, blah, blah, blah. So,
blah, blah, blah.
I mean, I'll go on forever. That's why I'm trying to make sure I'm not like totally like... Because people are going to get lost in this whole podcast. I'm talking about a lot of things that people don't know what the fuck.
Right.
And
well, I mean, you've been doing good though at explaining it.
I'm trying my best to make sure that I'm explaining a lot of it because it is a lot of stuff and it's a lot of in-depth and there's a lot of questions that are going to be asked. But the whole point is go check out the channel and go check out mine too, so I can really dive into whatever you guys have a question about because maybe y'all do know.
Hey, yeah, definitely check out his channel. Drop comments. Tag him, and he opened the tag, me and tag.
Ask.
Hit the Instagram up, man. Let us know whatever. And if you want Richie T back on this podcast, let me know. We definitely set up another one in the future. We on episode 35. How I put it on my thing, I put like usually when I put my title, I'll be like, hey, this might be episode 35 of 35. Or this might be episode 35 of 1,000. Let's see where this goes.
This is going to be episode 35 part 1, and then we'll see how many you're going to get off.
See, that's the thing, because honestly, when I started this, I didn't know I would be at 35. Like, in the pandemic, I just started to start it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, whatever. Like, it was just like, not whatever, but like, it's just something and then I kind of fell in love with podcasting, man, because you meet different people, and honestly, everyone I met on my podcast, I became cool with. Like I could meet strangers because technically we were strangers. So like I met people that I never.
We're loving strangers, not playing.
Oh man, that's a little too. Your song is a little too.
Yeah, I know.
Listen to "Loving Strangers," man, by Richie. It's a good song, man. And comment, and matter of fact, if someone comments and tells me what the song is about, I'll give you as a gift. I'll give you $25.
Yeah, hey, for real, he will give you $25.
Yeah, no, I would. But Richie, don't be telling your fans to come over here, man. And like, hey, you know my song? Give it to.
I'll pay myself. Come on.
Richie's like, I'll pay myself. Oh, you about to get $50 now? No.
Whenever gets y'all watching.
No, but definitely. In regards to music, man, We definitely got to work on something, man. I was telling Richie T that we got some. I just bought some beats, so we got to.
Yeah, we'll listen to them
something
for
sure.
We'll get this one up here in a little while.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. After the podcast,
might be off scenes, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
You wish you were here, but it's okay.
I might record for Patreon. So if you are Patreon exclusive, you can see it. But if not, you can go For the Thrill TV on Patreon. You can subscribe and you can see any behind the scenes content. And
there might be behind the scenes of us developing a song together.
Hell yeah, man. So definitely look out for that. So Richie T, man, what you got coming up, man, as far as music?
Music wise, I still have a bunch of songs I have not released yet. You know, Love and Strangers is doing really well. Always is probably going to come out next. I am going to be posting up something like in the next day or two already about what my fan base and what everyone wants me to put out next, which is it's between Always and Bad and Beautiful. There's these 2 new tracks that have not come out yet.
You want to play a preview or something you got coming out?
Yeah, I just don't know however we can play it.
Play it. Let's see if you can hear it. Let's see. Well, we'll see how it is. If not, we'll cut it out. If not, sorry guys. But I'll test it out after the joint. But Richie T got.
You have a speaker? You have a little speaker I can hook up to Bluetooth?
Right there.
Oh shit. Okay.
And there's another one right here. Oh yeah. Just hit the I'm gonna turn it on.
We can cut that.
Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Bluetooth mode.
Yeah, as soon as you turn it on, you should be able to connect. Yeah.
Actually, good?
It'll connect to both speakers.
Which one?
It's gonna come up at the bottom. Hold on. Let's just say Zizzo.
Paired successfully.
Hold on. Yeah, there it goes. Got it.
Come on now.
If not, it's all good.
It'll go.
Zizzo not cooperating.
Give it another shot.
Give it another shot, you said?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You have to cook a little.
Oh, I thought you said another shot.
Yeah, we'll do that one. Well, yeah, cause we're gonna do that.
See, I ain't gonna get.
Well, when you drink up with me, everything's about drinking, so that's why people start.
No unforgettable, we just feel for the thrill. Everybody watching me kill, everybody wants to chill. But Richie T, you know me, yeah, that's shit. What's good in the hood for the Thrill podcast? We back for the next round. You already know. I'm here with Richie T Music. I had to throw on the shades. You already know.
Hey man, you drinking up with Richie T. That's what happens.
I still got my right here.
Wait till Dragon sees this, he's gonna laugh. He's gonna be like, oh, you got Richie T. That's what people say. You got Richie T.
Hey man, hey, pause. But you know what? Cheers to y'all again. This cheers is to the audience, to the fans, the Richie T Music fans, to the MC Thrillz for the Thrill of It fans. We're gonna keep grinding for y'all. You already know. We're gonna cheers to that.
All day.
Shout out to my thrill seekers. That's what I call my fans, thrill seekers.
Bottle Bond's good, man. I love these single barrels. Before we get into the next little bit,
Yes, sir.
But let's talk about the
So I'll move this one back to me. That was on both of us.
Yeah, sure.
Next round will probably be back on.
I figured it.
I'll switch it up every.
Whatever. I like it. I think it's dope. No, I was gonna say. So we're talking about some of my new singles that haven't come out yet.
Oh yeah, we're gonna play one, right?
I'll play a couple. I'll play them. Yeah, fuck
whatever you want to give to the public. Whatever you want to give to the public.
I say we just play them.
Play it. Fuck it. It's Richie T exclusive.
Yeah, this isn't out yet for sure. So you're gonna this won't.
So this is exclusive,
like this is something that this is done, studio, everything. It's not out yet. This one and the next one, I'm trying to see which one I'm gonna release next. But yeah.
Well, I'm sorry for the things that I've done. I understand where you're coming from. The weight on your heart is a ton. But let's go. But I gotta let you go, babe. But please.
voice is so chill, but it's like still you wanna move, you know? That's cool though, like it's something I'll have to walk with. But baby, please don't miss this, 'cause I know what I put you through, what I knew. I'll always love you. I'll always need you. I'll always want you. So please remember, I'll always love you. I'll always need you. I'll always want you. So please remember, I'll always love you. But yeah, that joint, pretty fucking cool. But yeah, I was gonna say we'll shout out the my websites here. That we're gonna put them below. I'll make sure I give you those. Websites are the way to go.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not for myself. I'm paying for that shit anyway. Might as well shout it out.
If you want to play another one?
Yeah, I'll play one more.
All right, Richie T about to play another one for y'all. That one's roll.
Good job. I'll wait for you to come over here.
No, you rock, because that one just focused on you right now. That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this one's actually about a girl that's so beautiful that she's been getting attention her whole life, but she's never gonna find love because they're never gonna love her for her. It's only because she's so sexy. But this is a lot more like darker one than some of my other music. So, but I love singing it, and I think it sounds dope. And I really want to perform it soon.
Play that shit.
Yeah, this one's live.
This is live?
No, but I'm saying it's a live ass song.
Oh, I thought you meant
I love this song.
performed it live. Like,
No, not yet. We're going to. Oh, you know that everyone's gonna love you. They just wanna fuck you. It's so like the queen of the damned. You'll never find a man. Everything is handed to you, but you know it's not your plan. You were born this way with your pretty face, and they made you go, but you'll never know. You already know. You already know. You can't stay this way, but it's the price you pay. 'Cause you're so bad and beautiful. Bad and beautiful. Bad and beautiful. 'Cause you're so bad and beautiful. Bad and Shit, love this shit, bro. Like analytics, the proposal shit.
Yeah, so once you're active, you can do payouts. So
I'm telling you that I don't even want to state their names, but they're very strict on their platforms about everything now because they promoted we were promoting. Just even the cover of my song, they said it was too risque. And they got all mad.
wait, you were saying something like that in the
Yeah,
studio.
it's some booty, bro. It's like, really? Like, are you really gonna get
Just
it
because
right?
they thought
She's got water on her lips,
Yeah.
bro. Like, really, bro?
Yeah.
I mean, it's called Loving Strangers, so I get it.
so they figured it was cum on her lips.
Fuck, they say. I'm an artist, and that was my art. Okay, like everyone needs to chill the fuck out with all that shit.
That's crazy.
I ain't hating on nobody. They don't have to hate on me. It's just love.
Send me that cover. I'll put it up for they can see it during this conversation.
Yeah. Make sure.
Send that
I'll
to
send
me.
it to you for sure.
You got about the email I sent you, so send to the email.
I'll make sure before I leave. Yeah, definitely. Y'all let us know. Like, let me know. Like, I got people critiquing me on that artwork, and I mean that artwork's badass, man. I liked it a lot. I thought it was awesome.
Who created that artwork?
I got it from another artist online, and he did a good job. But I mean, I switched up the stuff that like I wanted to. Right, we put like "Loving Strangers." I wanted different letters in a different font and all this kind of stuff, right? But I just want to make sure it was what I wanted.
Right.
Just Richie T music gets a little intricate sometimes. I get a little like, I don't want that. I want this.
Tell them a little bit of how you created that song.
So that song was like I said, I freestyle everything. So, but I'll literally sit in, my studio and I just play beats and I just start freestyling everything and I end up, kind of going into like almost like a trance. Like there's been some people that have been there with me when I'm freestyling something and I'm literally in a trance, just going, right? And then someone will be like, bro, you just made up a whole song in front of me right now and you didn't record it and that was a whole song, bro. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember anything I said, but it all made sense and it was all perfect and it was exactly what the beat, it was the way it needed to be, you know what I'm saying? And it was just the craziest thing ever. I've done it many times and people are just like, damn, that's dope, Like, I can't believe I was here to like listen to you do that. And then I'm like, I mean, it ain't, it's just something, it's just awesome, man. Going to that little mode and then something you're just like, I run a whole fucking song off a beat, like just literally right here sitting and freestyle the whole song. In one hit.
On the spot.
On the spot. And then I don't remember anything I said though. Because it's not recorded. So then it's like, shit, do I remember anything from that? Let me listen to this beat again.
Alright, so we gonna do that later. We're gonna go through some beats and see what you.
Okay.
Hell yeah! I want to see that. I want to see that process. And again, we might do some behind the scenes for the Patreon. If y'all want to check it out, you gotta subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, y'all want to support me too? That'll be.
Hell yeah! You already know. He got he got some really good content on his. What's the name of the channel? You got Richie T music, and the other one's
Drink
called
Up with Richie T.
Drink Up with Richie. That was the one you were showing, even with the food. I still consider it Drink Up with Richie T, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely check that out.
I didn't even think about it. We could play the song that freaking everybody's like freaking out about.
The one you were talking about earlier?
The one that's out. Yeah. Loving Strangers.
Yeah. Let's play that. Let them hear that.
But then we'll stop with the plan. But
you don't want to give them too much. They want to go there and check it out.
Honestly, if they want to go there, cool. If not, I understand. We'll show love to whoever's there. You know what I mean? Don't matter.
Cheers to this song right here.
Hell yeah. I love this song.
It's called Loving Strangers.
Yeah, so you're catching up, right? You're catching up, right? Because I haven't poured yet? Okay. My bad. I'm almost done with that one too. My bad. But we'll do the next one. I got the dessert. It's alright. I drink it.
Walking through the smoke in the crowd.
Catch me up.
Both of us are on the crowd. Only one that knows which.
So this is the one that's on Spotify, right?
Everywhere.
Everywhere, okay.
Literally, whatever platform you use, it's there.
Thank you, sir.
Get the girl back up to our place. Oh, never the same.
I can see why people get on, like,
She loves to pick up strangers together and make the girl feel so special. She lets them go.
Such a good song, bro. I love this song.
It's good. I'll fuck with it.
Cause she just loves fucking strangers. She
Straight up.
loves to pick up strangers together and make the
And people are loving it. Like Europe, I'm telling you, Europe loves my shit.
She lets them go.
Hey, comment how y'all feel about this Loving Strangers song, man.
I'll take any feedback. It's okay. Please let me know.
Hell yeah. Richie T music for the Thrill Podcast. Exclusive. Let's go. Who made this beat?
This was. I gotta look that cat's name up. My bad if he sees this. I find a lot of my stuff on YouTube, and then I go to the website, buy it or whatever.
Gotcha. I'll be doing that
Badass.
that song.
She loves to pick up strangers together and make that girl feel so special. She lets them both do whatever, 'cause she just loves fucking strangers. She wants to pick up strangers together.
Yeah, we were like, damn, he's gonna say it out like that. I was like,
Just like that.
why not? We're all grown-ups here. You know, like,
Oh yeah.
there's worse shit out there than me.
Wait.
Yeah, y'all check that shit out, man. It's something that y'all can check out and just get a taste. I mean, there's other songs out there for sure. Because Novocaine's bigger than this one.
Your Novocaine track?
Yeah, they can
Okay.
they can go look that one up though.
Novocaine, make sure y'all check it out.
Just Richie T
What's
music.
what's Richie T's favorite song of himself? Like, what's your favorite song?
My favorite song is probably that Bad and Beautiful song.
Was that the one that's not
Real slow, and it was the one that it
the
hit.
first one?
The second one.
The second one.
The second
Okay,
one I
but
think.
that's not out yet.
It's not out yet.
But that's your favorite.
I love that song.
What you waiting for? They'll release it.
Well, there's one thing at a time. I mean, we got a chess game here, right? So I like to make sure I'm making the right play.
Right. So you're just working all the.
I can't release everything at once. Gotta make sure.
So those were released when?
Novocaine was last year.
Oh, okay. So it's recent. Okay.
Yeah, this was really recent, and before that we did. We didn't even talk about Runaway Bride.
Okay.
Which is super 80s, bro.
Let's talk about that.
I did an 80s. I did an 80s track because it was dope. I totally forgot about that. Actually, that's crazy. You guys look at the cover. The cover art, which you can post up too on Runaway Bride.
Send that to me.
It's dope as fuck, man. I love it. I think
Same designer, same guy.
No, totally different.
Oh,
totally different.
Okay.
Another guy did a boy named Adam. Adam, I'll shout out. He works for Bad Vibe Studios. Works with Bad Vibe Studios. Really cool cat.
Shout out
I
Adam.
talked to him and we started chopping it up. And he goes, "Well, what do you envision for like this cover art?" And I was like, "Dude, I need this, and this." And he was like, "Bet, let me see what I can do."
Mm-hmm.
Fucking badass. I gotta show you now.
Show
they can post it up. Well, he'll post it up on here.
Yeah, show me now, but you'll see it.
It's dope, dude. The artwork on there.
It's called Runaway Bride, right?
Runaway Bride. I mean,
What was your inspiration for that one?
So, I was looking at all this 80s stuff, and I've been into 80s music, and I started researching like different things and listening. Like I've been getting really into like old school R&B. Then I started getting into like 70s R&B, 80s R&B, and then I started deep diving into a lot of like 80s stuff that's not like on the main circuit back then that they're playing now, and I started like kind of getting into it, and then realized that people are like super into 80s, but I don't know, I was just thinking about girls that I've dated or this or that, and suddenly I became like a girl that's like, I started telling a story about a girl that just can't commit, and it suddenly became...
But this was nothing personal?
Nah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, even if it is, I'm not going to tell anybody.
Do you take bits and pieces? Because
I do, yeah.
I'm an artist, so
every verse, things
I
are
take
personal.
bits and pieces from my past.
So
even if that one song is not about one thing.
I'm going to tell everybody this. The stuff that I write, I'll never tell you guys.
The exact.
I'm not, because it's mine and that's for me.
It's personal. I respect it.
And whether it's personal or not,
right.
I don't need y'all to know because it's what I was feeling at the time. That's what I wrote, and that's it. And
see, I feel the same way when it comes to music. Like, but a lot of my music, I break it down from experience, or sometimes, it doesn't always have to be experience, because sometimes, that's kind of lit. Yeah, hell yeah.
So all the photos are X'd out. It's like zoom in on it, you can see like all the photos are blacked out.
Oh, the faces. That's crazy.
That's dope, right?
Yeah.
And so we started going in and like kind of picking
that's
apart.
lit.
But it's all 80s wedding photos. They're all 80s.
That's crazy.
Every photo is from the 80s.
And homeboy came up with that idea?
I came up with the idea, and
okay.
he's ran with it. I said, I want photos. He was the one that threw the champagne.
That's a fire ass cover photo.
Bruh, it's just a lot of going on for someone that's like, I guess
that's
not
detailed,
as much of an own artist, but when you really deep dive into it, like I was telling you, like you look at it and it's like, damn, bro, these are 80s wedding photos.
Who's Richie T's favorite artist?
Man, that's hard, dude.
Multiple, huh?
I'm definitely a Rat Pack fan. I really like Al Green a lot. I like The Weeknd. I think The Weeknd's dope.
You heavy on The Weeknd?
I'm pretty heavy with The Weeknd. I would
What's
say.
your favorite song from The Weeknd?
Shit, bro. I would say his older stuff.
You don't like that?
Pretty is dope off of Kissland. I love the trilogy. The new stuff's good, and I give it all credit for what it is. But I really fuck with his old
like what
old
beginning
stuff.
Stages.
Yeah, him.
Like just coming out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like Kissland, like that album was dope as shit. The trilogy was dope. House of Balloons though is my favorite. I think.
Okay.
I really love 20.
See, I figured you like The Weeknd because you like
the
old
way I
school
sound.
and Weeknd. No,
Yeah.
Weeknd is kind of like his sound is kind of old school when I hear him. Like when I first heard The Weeknd, I was like, damn, this guy sounds old school, but it brings that obviously new vibe to the old school. So I figured you would like.
And he's got like hints of Michael Jackson. I would say I'm more like I got hints of like Prince because I have a lot of like weird. I mean, you heard me freestyling in the booth, so which a lot of y'all didn't get to see that, but he did. Where I just make shit up the whole time, and it's just kind of like
just go through,
you know. Real highs and all this shit and like crazy like all this, you know, all this crap.
Cool too. That was cool. I posted a clip on the podcast page.
I know.
That?
Yes, I did.
So
I reposted it, I think. Or I liked it. I know that.
Reposted it?
That I liked it.
Okay. Yeah. That's dope. You was just going through your highs and lows. That was lit, man.
Highs and lows, and I like to harmonize with myself a lot. So Dragon will kind of push me to harmonize with myself and kind of do some things, and he'll say, "Well, try this, try that," and you know. Change this up, and then he's like, but most of the time, just like he did, he loves for me to express myself through a freestyle state because that's the way I am.
Are you just dropping singles, or was that a project album or something?
No albums, singles right now. Singles have been. Now we can have water in this because we're gonna wash this out before we do this tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha.
Just so you know.
Gotcha. So as far as your singles, do you plan on creating like a?
I'll be I'm gonna be doing a full blown EP at some point soon.
About 5-6 songs.
Yeah, probably around 4 or 5. I want to make sure that I created this the whole entire vibe because I'm very versatile, and I can do stuff like I said from Frank Sinatra to The Weeknd. So I mean, it's totally
right.
It's all over. So you know,
when you plan on doing something like that?
I'm hoping within the next year. I mean, we're gonna push.
23? About 23?
I got all these singles I gotta put out first because there are fans that do want to hear the next stuff.
100.
Those singles are coming out first. We're gonna keep pushing those. We're gonna keep putting that content out. But yeah, I mean, there's people that want more for sure on me. So I'm blessed to even have the ability to even do it. I think I get down on myself a little bit because I want to keep pushing more, and I've been so consumed with work that I want to do this for a living, for sure. So I need to like really get on it because I could dish out songs all day, but I've been like not necessarily slacking on it. But I want the songs to be right. I want the songs to be good.
I feel you. I'm same way, man. I'll be on some songs.
I'm gonna put out some shit. That's not my style.
Like literally, I just recorded a verse, so I had the hook done back in like January, but I wrote like 5 verses to it.
I was digging your stuff too. I was looking at it the other day.
What was
I'm interrupting you. I don't remember.
No. What was the song?
I don't remember what song it was, but I was digging your vibe and the way that you're delivering some of your stuff and the timing that you're doing it. I like it. I'm not a rapper, but by all means, I have rapped before, and one of the songs that I did was off Wolf of Wall Street. You didn't hear that one, but people love that fucking song for some reason, and I'm like, I'm not even a rapper, but I did rap just because I could, and why not?
Can you hear some singing notes for the audience?
I can. I mean,
if you want to, you don't have to.
Well, let me think. You meant to just do like covers, okay, or
whatever you want.
All right, let me see if I'm moving.
Whatever you're comfortable with, man.
I mean, You want Frank Sinatra style? You want high? You want lows?
Whatever you comfortable with.
Let's do Frank Sinatra shit just because people like that shit.
Okay.
And they get kind of like hyped up when I sing that kind of stuff. All right, let me see. How glad the many millions of Annabelles and minions would be to capture me.
That shit give me a Christmas vibe.
But you had such persistence, you wore down my resistance, I fell, and it was swell. I'm your big and handsome Romeo, how I won you I shall never, never know.
You ever do you ever do like anything on like opera or shit like that?
I really love opera and I listen to opera, so yeah, I can do some.
Yeah, I'm just saying you give the vibe off like you could do some like opera shit.
Yeah, bro. So when you sing a lot of Tony Bennett stuff, it's like that. So when I used to do my sets, I would actually put the mic down and I would sing opera style to the crowd.
Okay.
I would not use a mic. I would use the mic the whole time, and then I put the mic down, and then it would be, because of you, there's a song in my heart. And it's like, you're so loud and projecting and understanding how to project correctly. I don't need no mic.
That's interesting.
But, you know, it just depends on what you're singing. Because then I started singing stuff like, me and Mrs. Jones.
Yeah, switch up the whole...
We got a thing going on. And people love that shit too,
and this is
right?
what you used to do the covers back in the day, heavy, huh?
Yeah. Covers were, I mean, that's where the money's at. That's what people want to hear, right? Until, you know, then you're the person that people want to cover.
Right.
So,
That makes sense.
Yeah, I used to do, I love singing, man. I love, singing's my number one passion no matter what. And I'm super passionate, obviously, about liquor and alcohol, but yeah, music's me.
Still catching up, my boy.
I know, I was waiting for these.
I'm ready for dessert.
That's the next one.
Okay,
yeah, so we're doing Amaro Negro, Montenegro. I told you I was gonna figure that out. Every time I get my Italian busts out, but Amaro Montenegro is basically it's got 40 different, you know, botanicals in it, and they make it in Bologna, Italia. So
is that like a full shot?
Yeah.
We taking that straight?
Oh, we can sip it. It's
no, I'm just saying.
We can shoot it. I shoot these.
How do you do it? What's the proper way?
Proper way would be to sip it, probably, but I mean, a lot.
It's I shoot it, but the proper way is to sip it. So just to educate you.
Have you ever heard about Fernet Branca? So I mean, I want everybody to look up Amaro Montenegro. So Amaro is basically like basically an aperitif, and a lot of people would drink it after dinner. It settles your stomach. It really, you know, same thing with Fernet Branca.
Why do you call it dessert?
It's sweet and creamy, and there is a lot of spices and stuff going on though, so it's very, very intricate. When I say 40 botanicals, that's 40 different flavors, bro.
That's crazy.
That they make this with in Bologna, Italia. So in Italy, there's a place called Bologna where they distill this and they make this. Yeah. So this is actually, so anybody can zoom in on that. This bottle,
I got you.
Yeah, but this is a bottle that's actually a replica off the bottle you can buy as a 750. This is a 50 milliliter. But 750 you can buy.
I'm zooming in on that bottle.
Yeah. And this has been around since 1885. 1885, same recipe. So this is something that's been around for way longer than any of us that's watching probably.
That little bottle?
Just the recipe that's in here.
Oh, okay, got you.
What it's made out of, 1885, bro.
That's crazy.
We're in 2022 right now. You know what I mean? So
that's crazy.
How old this is. Yeah, so really cool. It is a liqueur. I did bring the little bottles instead of a big 750. I hope you guys got to see that. You can check it out. Amaro Montenegro is something you can.
Amaro
Montenegro, but it's in Amaro. So Amaro is basically like I don't know how many people are Italian watching this, but something that you'll see how thick this is too, because like I said, it's more of a liqueur. It's not gonna be as high alcohol content. We can take a sip of it first and try it and just kind of discuss it before we shoot the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As a mixology bartender, and a lot of the mixology bartenders I know, Fernet Branca was a silent cheers to tell people that you're an amazing bartender. And if I was sitting in a bar and I told him, hey, let me get a shot of Fernet, he would pour himself a shot as well. And it was me telling him, without having to tell him, that he's an amazing mixologist. You know what I mean?
Right, he would know off rip.
He would know off the rip, right? And the same thing is with the Montenegro is how we cheers them as well now. So this is another one that you take this shot with a really experienced bartender, really more of a mixologist.
So I was probably gonna cheer that.
This one's gonna be a different cheers. We're gonna get into it right now.
Okay, cool. I wasn't supposed to put water in my joint. You put water.
You don't need it.
Like, you mix it all up.
You've been chugging water.
yeah, I
haven't.
I'm trying to stay kosher.
So this is more. So like I said, this is more something that you would sit here and sip.
But you would, like on a normal day, you would just take that shit.
But I want you to smell it.
Yeah.
And you tell me.
So are we doing it like the scotch?
Yeah, you can do it like that. It's a liqueur.
You see what I'm saying? Ooh, that's different. Does this have licorice?
There's stuff in it. 40 different botanicals.
Well, I definitely smell some licorice.
There's licorice. And I'm not a huge licorice guy, but I love shooting this.
He's loud.
There's so many different botanicals. Very much so.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find, man. I'm
teaching. It's alright. Hey. I tell people too, the only way you're gonna learn something is by tasting stuff, and that's another thing a lot of people don't do. You'll never know unless you taste it. Every time you taste something new, even if you don't like it, it changes your palate.
It changes your taste pattern?
Right. You need to taste things that you don't like to find things that you do like.
That's crazy.
But that's what people fuck up. They just drink the same thing. Right. Then of course when you drink something new, you're like, I don't like this. Well, no shit. You've never tasted anything else.
Right.
Think about food. When you were little, let's just say a lot of people, I don't like green beans, right? People don't like green beans.
Right.
Well, as I got older, I started liking green beans, right? Well, guess what? We ate a million different things, and our palate changed on tasting so many different tastes and flavors that it helped me develop into liking that.
That's crazy.
Same thing with alcohol. And so when I've been out with a girl or a guy where they're like, oh, I don't drink that. I don't like this. It tastes weird. Well, how many things have you tried before that? Oh, I only drink Jack Daniels. Okay.
That's why.
Well, let's expand. There's so many million things to experience.
Right.
Why not experience it?
Right. That makes sense, man. That makes sense.
So let's sip this first before we shoot nothing.
Oh, wait, hold on. What are we cheering to? You said.
Well, we're going to sip this and we'll cheers when we shoot it.
Oh, okay. So it's a special way to.
Let's sip it first. Let's taste it. I just want you to taste it. It's extremely sweet.
It doesn't burn.
See how sweet that is, and creamy and rich.
I mean, this is definitely different than the other ones.
Oh, this is liqueur. This is totally different when you sip this after as a dessert.
Interesting.
Like I said.
Like when you say after as a dessert, I'm still trying to get that part. This is after what the other
after
liquors?
The meal, after the liquors, after everything, we finish with a little.
This is like the
memorial. Yeah.
Complete. Oh, gosh, that's why you call it dessert. It's the ending.
Until we, keep talking right now, like we're probably going to, and I'll probably dip back into one of these. But
what, the bourbon?
Probably the bourbon, yeah. It's going to be the best one to go back to after drinking something so sweet. But we did start. This was kind of a weird pairing, so.
What you mean?
The development of this, usually I would just do, it's kind of introductory stuff, right? So I'm showing you a lot of different things, but usually I would just stick with one thing, like we do just a bunch of bourbons, or we do a bunch of scotches, or we do a bunch of wines.
Gotcha.
Only. This one went from wine to scotch to bourbon. Oh, well, I'm sorry. This went from wine to tequila.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't forget the tequila from Michael Jordan.
So you literally had, a whole smorgasbord of different styles. But it developed correctly, and you see how you were able to. I took you up and down, and then up again, and then now down again to actually, develop it correctly.
Roller coaster.
Yeah.
For the thrill.
Exactly.
So that's what's up, man. I fucked with it. This is definitely hitting up than other ones, and it's called just liqueur. You just call this one.
It is a liqueur, yes. Okay, but you're gonna call it Montenegro.
The actual name of the.
Yeah, you can keep that one.
Oh, okay.
I'll
put this in my. This will be a part of my podcast setup.
You can keep these.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And you'll get gifted bottles. So.
What was that?
You'll get gifted bottles of liquor. Don't worry about it. Because eventually I'll come over here with a whole this is nothing. Eventually I'll probably come over with a case of something or something.
Hey man, I'm not stopping you, man. Whatever you want to do.
So we'll get there. But all right. Well, we get cheers with this one, and we can shoot this. So.
Oh, so we shoot the rest of this, right?
Mm-hmm. Oof. Well, you said.
Hey, you said sit.
I said we used to shoot it. We don't have to shoot it. We can shoot it. I'm gonna shoot it.
All right. How about you shoot and I sit?
We're gonna shoot it.
You want?
Yeah, because then we're gonna dip back into this.
Right, this is for the thrill.
This is easy.
Right. Okay.
Just don't worry. We're gonna get it. I'm not wearing my sunglasses yet.
Yeah, look. You about to throw more than a few.
Nah, I don't care. People know I drink.
Well, at least you straight up.
But let's. I'll let you. How about this? For this toast, you say something, then I'll say something.
Oh, we both do a toast for this one. Oh, that's the type of toast that you said was different for this one.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So,
say what you're thankful for.
Thankful. Oh, that's what you do with this type of drink. Thankful.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. You know what I'm thankful for? Man, I'm thankful for life. And to making it as far as I made it in life, and I've seen a lot of people pass away, friends, family. So that's what I'm thankful for. Another year. How about you?
Thankful for another year. I'm also thankful for all the abilities I have. I'm thankful for the family that I have, and I'm also thankful for the viewers.
Oh yeah.
People that are here, people that are watching, whoever's gonna watch me ramble on for this long. There's a lot of people that do. But they love it. I mean, people love watching me.
Far, man, because I think this might end up being the longest podcast ever dropped, man, because we've been here for a minute. I haven't been counting out.
Cheers to the longest podcast.
Cheers.
Richie T.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, man?
Licorice, man.
Licorice, minty. That's all the herbs, though.
I'm not big on licorice, though.
A lot of herbal.
Whew, that licorice, though. I don't like that licorice.
Yeah, next time. I'll bring for that. I'll bring for that next time. Get you on that. That'll blow your mind too.
But it's not strong though. It's not strong.
Yeah. Wash that out. So we'll pour a little more yeast in there and talk about other stuff.
That was good though. That was good. You gonna take this and take another?
Don't lie. You're never gonna drink that again.
Yeah, nah. That one I don't like. I hate licorice. Like the taste of licorice, like ugh.
I'm not a huge licorice guy.
I don't even
like that.
You ever had the licorice candy?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I hate it. I hate that.
That is different.
I still taste the licorice.
Wait for Fernet Bronco.
You said wait for Fernet. Is that
one's way more harsh? Hell no, that's minty, but it's like it's got all this other stuff in it.
It's like
it's on the
side of my tongues.
It's another aperitif.
The right and left side of my tongue, and it tastes so disgusting. For real, I hate it.
Good. Hey man, but you're drinking like a champ. Try something new.
No, that's one thing about me. I'll try new things.
It's gonna develop your palate. I'm telling you.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So with me, whenever I go out, I try new foods, new drinks. Even if I never had it or if I think it's gonna be disgusting, I try it. What's good in the hood? This is For the Thrill Podcast. I go by MC Thrillz, co-hosting with me, A1 Stay Young. We got a special guest,
George Cordero, right here live from Mount Ephraim, New Jersey.
Check us out, episode 36, coming soon. Let's get it. What's good in the hood? Again, this is For the Thrill Podcast. You already know I'm here with Richie T Music. This is For the Thrill Podcast, episode 35. Welcome back. I appreciate y'all staying in tune. We running it down with the bourbon, huh? Oh shit. There you go. Alright, you already know. So Richie T, man, this is a question I ask all of my guests on the podcast, man.
Yeah.
What is your thrill? It could be in life, it could be in a passion, whatever you want that thrill to be. What is your thrill in life?
Yeah, my thrill is performing on stage.
That is a thrill?
Love it. Love singing in front of people. Love being on camera. That's a thrill to me. That's like like these thrill seekers. People that like it. Seriously.
Yeah.
I love being on camera. I love just creating
content.
Yeah, man. I love talking.
Well, why? What it gives you?
There's something about connecting with people.
Oh yeah.
And no matter what, whether I'm doing music or whether I'm talking about this stuff, I'm connecting with the audience, with you guys, with him. I mean, I'm connecting with him big time now. I mean, he's hadn't fully known me, and he's getting to know me more. And it's just really cool to get that connection with people because there's introverts and extroverts, right?
Oh yeah, I'm more of an ambivert. It depends on the situation.
Yeah,
I jump in and out.
I would say most of the time I'm the one. If you guys have not heard this analogy, I'm the one that goes and seeks tokens. I don't wake up with tokens.
No, that's the first time I heard this. It's
a psychological thing that so introverts wake up and they have let's just say 10 tokens, right? Mm-hmm. And when they go out, they go talk to people, and every time they talk to somebody, they give them a token. and then by the end of the day they have 0 tokens, and it's like, well, I need to go home. And when they go home, they replenish those tokens. When I wake up in the morning, I have 0 tokens. I'm tired. I need to go talk to somebody. I need to go see somebody.
Oh, okay.
I need to go.
That's how you get your tokens.
Right. So when I talk to you, I'm getting all these tokens, and then I can go home, and then I have 1 million tokens. But then steadily my tokens go away, and then suddenly I need to go out again and get more tokens.
Right.
So that's the introvert extrovert and how like they actually break down. Because I was a psychology major, and then I was doing criminal justice.
Oh shit.
Criminal justice. But
a little bit. You got a little bit of everything, Mr.
Nah. I dropped out of college. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I love psychology, so it was one of those things, and that's why I'm really good at selling stuff. So I've been a salesman for a long time too. So.
That's what it is.
But that's something. Yeah, that's something cool.
That's definitely different. That's interesting. So what's moving forward after this? What you gonna jump into?
Moving forward, this is definitely going to be bringing more content to everybody of me going to a lot more restaurants and bars and posting those up on the YouTube and Instagram and everything else, the TikTok, all that. Drink of a Richie T, which we shouted out 1 million times. Which thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
Richie T Music is going to be coming out with a lot more singles, a lot more music, so you guys look out for that too. And yeah, we're probably going to sit here and drink up some more.
Yeah, man, we're gonna work on some beats, work on some other shit. If y'all want to stay tuned, y'all gotta follow Patreon, man, for the remainder of the content, man. It was this is one of the best podcasts I had so far. I definitely can say that.
Thank you.
This is the first time I had ever a liquor test. What do you call it?
This is a tasting. So we did like a tasting development, and we went through. Kind of a gauntlet of a bunch of stuff. Usually, like I was telling him, we would do just scotch or just bourbon or just wine. But I really wanted to show some versatility and kind of give him kind of a breakdown of just a lot of things. Since
it was definitely some versatility, man, because I'm feeling it, man. I feel good, too.
I'm just getting started. I'm feeling great.
Richie T ready to drink some more. He poured up another he brought it back to the bourbon.
We went bourbon this time. I was gonna go with a little more of the Avalor, but I decided let's go bourbon first. Because we're about to do a little music. So yeah, you guys check out the Patreon and make sure I do have my own websites too.
Oh yeah, give him that.
Yeah, I don't need to even post it up. I'm not gonna say it out loud. He's gonna put it underneath. Just shout it out for me. So
actually before we close it out, can you give anyone in the audience or anyone that's watching this that just any advice that you learned from in your experience over the years? Just it could be in anything.
Yeah.
Just to give them a little bit of something. I like to leave the fans with something.
My advice is to stay genuine. I think I'll be the first one to call myself out on like some of my negatives because everybody has pros and cons that we need to work on. I think stay genuine and stay loving towards everybody because there's a lot of people that hate, and I've gotten a lot of hate for no reason at all when I'm just being cool with everybody and whatever. Let them do it because, you gotta have haters because there's gotta be haters or you're not doing something right.
Yeah, haters.
So you need that, but just stay genuine and stay true to you because at the end of the day, you have a niche like anybody else and you can find what you need. I mean, you can find what you're good at and what you love, and if you're doing what you love, then you're doing something right in this life because at some point you're not gonna be here anymore. And I want to leave an impression, and I want to leave that. I've had a lot of people die in my life too, like big time. And I don't really ever talk about any of that. I was an EMT and I was a dispatcher as well, so I've heard and seen a million things that are bad and whatever. But you guys, please take away from that don't show hate, show love, and we're all trying to make it. We're all trying to be somebody, and we're all trying to, express ourselves in our own way, and I think a lot of people don't do that. I think a lot of people find a way to be lazy and not work hard and fuck all that. We got it,
100%, man. Yo, again, this is For the Thrill Podcast, episode 35. I go by MC Thrillz. He goes by Richie T of Richie T Music. You already know. I appreciate y'all tapping in. One love, 300 shades. Let it go. Have a good day, night.
We're going to shoot this real quick. We're not going to shoot it, but we're definitely going to cheers to you guys, to us, to being on this podcast. Thank you so much for having me here, brother.
Thank you for showing up.
We're going to throw it up and drink it up. Ready, y'all.
Lego.
That was a good fucking exit right there, bro.
No, that was.
That was fly as shit. I didn't know you were gonna ask me more questions. That was on point.
It's money well spent, I move just fine, trust me. So much work for y'all. Elect me to be the dope man serving y'all. You can spend your last 5, it's worth it, y'all. Cause so much work for y'all. I know this economic depression hurting y'all, but I got so much work for y'all. Once the clientele popping, I'm setting up shop and knocking my competition smooth out of the box till the word can't be removed out of the block, and y'all cut like to be removed out of the drop.